What's up, lobby? What's up, Yasir? What's up, squad? Now, by the way, the chats are merged. The chats are merged, so you guys can see what each other is saying. What's up, guys? What's up, Asaf? What's up, Dry Master? How you guys doing, guys? Hope everything's okay. I just watched your live VOD and live at the same time. That's coincidence. What's up, Polo Enjoyer? Yeah, definitely chat merge. Yeah, because sometimes I was like talking to the YouTube chat and people were like, "Oh, where are you talking to?" But here we go, fixed it. It looks good on screen. Everything's okay on screen. What's up, Lord Fifth? What's up, Black Stars? Back Wonder, how you guys doing? What's up, Von Dedon? How you doing? And Ginga. Up one platform diamond 5 after my Kirivod. Holy man, how your Kirivod was like that was 2 days ago, wasn't it? From plat 4 to diamond 5, just from a little VOD review that we did here. What's up, deleted?
Major pack unlocked. Hello.
I had a chance to find you in my game 2 days ago. I was so hyped. What like when was it? What map? What's up, Elijah? Merging chat on screens against Twitch OS. Is it actually? Why? Why would it be? You can multi-stream. Why would it be? Oh, okay. Kind of hard to reach out on stream. Is it small or like why is that? Is it hard or not? Or is it like what's the problem with that? It is hard to read. What if I do this and this? Is it better now?
I'm under attack.
It's kind of low res. Okay, what if I do this and this? What if I do this? This is good? Is this good? Does this work? I don't know why it's low res though. You see, you guys are saying it's low res, but I don't know why. Cam is a bit too big too, so if I do this, better? Like this? Thing is, the chat is a little bit too big. What if I do something like this? Would this be better? Would this be better? I think now it should be better, right? What's up, Capuzer? The only problem with this whole setup that I've done is that I don't know how many viewers I have. Like, so it's a software that shows me that both of the chats combined. I can read the chats combined without looking at the two chats, like without looking on the like opening up the YouTube and stuff, without opening the browser really. But the question is, can I I don't even know what's the viewer list is. Oh. You know. We're throwing from Israel. Is this better? Is the chat now better? Is everything better? Is everything looks good? Mic sounds good. My, camera is in the right side. Is everything okay? Bot views today? Yes, it is. Can somebody on the YouTube chat please type something? I need to check something. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. The chat takes a lot of screen. Chat is too big. Okay, what if I do this then? Boom. Here we go. What if I do it like that? Does that look better?
Good to see you.
Above the abilities, I get it. Okay, so like this. And I get it. I get what you're saying. Let's do it like that. Would that be fair? That would be good, right? That surely can be good. That surely is okay. What's up, guys? One Jamal, what's up? What about this? How about now? Does this look good now? The chat looks okay. The problem is like, and the chat is updating so slowly sometimes. It's cut off what said most recent. Whoop. My bad. Let's do it like this then. That surely is way better. That surely is way better, right? Here we go. Here we go. How about now? What if I do this? Oh shit. What the fuck? Don't want to get too political, but then asks a political question. But I'll answer your question. I support a side that doesn't want me killed. The problem is that the chat here like kind of updates slowly and it's like goes in big chunks. That like it's not. Wait, what if I? Wait. Is there a way to decrease the black outline on the chat? Let me check. Let me check. What if I do it like this? Oh, never mind. Doesn't seem like there is a way to do that. Doesn't seem like there's a way to do that. What's up, guys? Yeah, I know. It's updating in chunks yet. That's why it's weird. Whatever, you know, like good enough, I guess. Been getting better watching your videos? That's awesome. I think this is pretty good, right? And the way I'm looking at it now, it's like it's kind of good, right? Okay, I might have exaggerated a bit there with that one. Like this, I think is alright. There we go. I think this is good, right? Sure. Now it has to be good. There's no way around it. This has to be good.
Hello.
The Hanzo grind continues today or not? I would like to do some bot reviews today, to be honest.
No invading my space.
That being said, I also want to continue playing Hanzo because the Hanzo gameplay has been only W's. Only W's. Check this out. All of this greens is just Hanzo and Tracer. But like all of these are Hanzo. All of the last four, I think, are Hanzo. Pretty sure. Crazy. So let's start off with the Hanzo game and then we'll move on. Okay, let's just start off with something basic. Still loading in chunks? Yeah, I noticed that. Let me check. Let me check what's happening here. Let me check what's going on. Making a Hanzo guide? I probably should because my Hanzo is awesome. I think it's fine. I would add a transparent background later, but it can be done off stream. The main problem is chat delay. Wait, is there? It's not a transparent background? Doesn't. Oh, yeah. I mean, kind of isn't. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Anyways. Do you read any philosophers? No, not really. Not really, but I read about philosophy, but I don't read. I don't particularly have like a philosophy book. Why do most why do most good Widow players I come across in Plat have pretty high sense? I do not know.
It's time to say hello. Double kill.
For how long have you been playing Overwatch? 2017. Will you return to Rivals at some point? I wanted to play either today or tomorrow, but to be honest, I've been enjoying Overwatch a lot lately. And I've been looking at the Angela. I've been wanting to make a guide, but I'm gonna be honest. Angela seems like a very, very weak character. Very.
Double kill. Triple kill. I'm chuffed. Ta-ta!
If you had the option, oh, okay. If you had the option to choose eternal life with no way of ending it, would you take it? No, I wouldn't take it. I would extend people. I think that extending people's life is okay, but I think that making them immortal is not necessarily good.
Double kill.
What rank do you think I should have after 120 hours? I don't know, depends on your past experience. I mean, after 120 hours, it was close to being GM, but I understand, like, some people are still bronze in that rank because I have had a massive experience before playing Overwatch, and some people... Wait, okay. But some people have literally no experience even playing any game, so there's a big difference.
Choose your map.
What is your win rate on Hanzo and Tracer? It's a good question. Let me check. She was bad. Wanted to hear her opinion. She's bad. Awkward. Have you ever played Overwatch on controller? I would actually answer your question if you weren't such a degenerate from the things that you were saying before. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna avoid that, like answering your questions because you don't have basic respect.
Select heroes to ban.
Awkward. Do you have any advice for anyone looking to get back into the game after not playing for months? Just play the game, man. Get back into the groove. What do you think about Sombra? Always the people ban her. The thing about Sombra is that she's not necessarily a strong character. It's just that she's an annoying character, and that's why people ban her. That's why people ban Sombra. It's like no one wants to have a Sombra on the team, but also no one wants to play against a Sombra, you know? It's like a lose-lose situation. Genocide supporter. Oh no, Drake. Care. No, please don't call me that, dude. Don't call me that, dude. It's okay, Farouk. I forgive you, dude. Try to act respectfully and nicely, please. I keep trying to think more matches, but just made me play slow. Am I thinking wrong? Like, at the wrong time? No, it's natural that when you think you'll play slower. It's completely fine. Hanzo and Tracer win rate, you're right, I should have checked. Hanzo, very high. Hanzo, 90% in 10 games. 9 out of 10 games won. Tracer, probably like 55. No, 61. Okay.
5, 4,
Have you played on controller now?
1.
I have taken.
Escort the payload.
Do I need to, what perk do I need here?
Monkey one.
Yeah, she.
No.
Jump one.
Okay, that I didn't mean to shoot that. I'll tell you that much. I didn't mean to do that. I actually didn't mean to hit Kiriko, but I just kind of did. Oh.
He's one, by the way. That one bubble out. That one, no bubble. Half one.
All right. The Hanzo is doing. You know, my Hanzo is. I like it. You know. I know. He's somewhere here, bro. Guy. No? Am I imagining?
Enemy mark.
They're gonna walk from over there, and I want to dragon them actually.
Everyone shoot.
Okay.
One.
Easy work.
Oh, we got that.
Okay, I might have exaggerated with that one. Do I hack the health packs? Yeah, I do.
Jump up.
Ah, I should have known the wall climb. I think I'm doing good. Just going to Rivals now that it's PS4 and play Diamond Overwatch. There's a difference between both games. Do you have any tips? Yeah, just third person and first person. That's pretty much the only difference. So it's easier to see around walls and yeah, it's easier to see be more aware. What happens if Sombra hacked? Wait. Hello. What a fucking joke. Okay.
Sleep.
I hope it was worth it, you know?
Get you one.
Nice, guys.
I don't think it was me. Maybe it was me.
But it's crazy Miami's doctor already playing Hanzo. I mean, to be honest, it's just a volume game. The more I shoot, the more I'm likely to hit shots. So I always shoot, you know? It's kind of what I do.
Look at that.
Hold on.
Some bro.
Need healing. Over there. You can't hide.
Okay, where did this guy come from? He's half HP, by the way. Alright.
I cannot.
Give that Genji, I'm trying. Trying.
Over there.
Where is he?
يعني حرام team.
Oh, how did he get his dash back? Didn't get a kill on the dash. Weird.
It's Kiriko.
Come on.
I want a force punch.
Oh man, where did this guy show up from? Yeah, that was not a good ult.
Yeah, he's just more.
It might be the best Hanzo at the moment. Don't see many people playing him. You know,
I will.
maybe I go Tracer, but I don't think it's the problem.
Also, all one.
Ooh, nice trap.
Be no pleasure.
Oh, I hit him.
Also for destruction.
The tide is with you. Dive in.
Why did I walk away from the Mega? Whatever, my bad.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay. Points, guys, points.
Bro HP.
Their forces outnumber ours. There is no escape.
Score
Ah,
1.
I tried focusing more on the game and I reached 476 to start with Torb. That is amazing, Columns. I'm really proud of you, man. Really. Did you watch Canelo versus Crawford? Yeah, I watched not the entire fight. The highlights. It was a pretty good fight. I thought Canelo would win, but Crawford really it's really very impressive. I just not much to say. He's an amazing fighter.
Honor is all I have left.
You a good shot, or is all you got there just for show?
My arrow never wavers, and my spirit guides its path.
Haha. Better both then.
Crawford is even above Usyk. Pound for pound, maybe you can make that argument, but to be honest, no, I don't think so. I think that Usyk beat way more impressive people. Yes, Canelo is pretty good, but Canelo is also didn't look great like he normally is.
5, 4, 3.
Hey, GM2 playing mostly Lucio. That's awesome, dude.
Attackers incoming.
Oh.
I'll protect you. I need healing. Enemy marked. Over there. I'll find them. There's an enemy here. Need healing. I need healing.
Ow, that was a no rig. That was no rig. What? Did you see that? How did I get booped like that?
Enemy here. I'll find them.
I should have expected that, I'm not gonna lie. Should have expected that. Oh my gosh.
They will pay. Scanning. Marked by the dragon.
Ditch.
No, they don't want to touch? Alright.
Reverse the tide. I need healing.
Bro, leave me alone.
You won't. Not even.
Just swap bro. You cannot live in the comp.
Enemy sighted.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I will persevere.
He's 1 HP.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Need to hack the health packs from them.
Enemy here. Scanning. There's an enemy here.
Of course, Anna doesn't hit the nade. 1 HP somewhere, bro.
Come on, nigga. He's alive.
They hacked it.
We ain't going.
Over here. You can't hide.
Yeah.
Enemy marked.
You won't. You won't.
Alright.
Come bro.
Unlocked.
Oh,
I'll find them. I need healing. Reverse the tide.
Wojang one.
Hold on.
Enemy here. I need healing.
holy shit, bro.
GG.
Dude.
GG 1. What is speaking?
Oh my goodness. I'm trying too hard to win this. can get stuck here. The problem.
Blah.
Hold on.
Nanoboost administered.
No, why are you using hold on.
Oh my goodness. No, Diana had just had to go with you.
Kiri 1 not okay.
Yeah. Nice try, guys. Nice try.
GG.
Much I must do.
That's an avoid. That's an avoid. Yeah, close. I tried my best, really, to be honest, but that's an avoid. 12.5 minutes, 2.6k damage, 9.5k healing, and 10 deaths. A little bit too much. Maybe a bad game, but I'm not willing to risk that, to have that again. Let me see. Is the profile open? Out of curiosity. Probably not, right? Yeah, I knew it. These type of players never have their profile open, just so you know. They probably get flamed so often, that's why they put their profile private.
Everyone is a suspect. Double this.
Yeah. What do you think is the best tank in the current meta? Bro, meta is not real outside of pro play, bro. Outside of like the top 0.01%, meta is like irrelevant to you. Just so you know. It's not a term that you should be using whatsoever, because it's irrelevant for anyone who's below, let's say, champion
Not your finest hour.
or professionals.
Good to see you.
Bottervians, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. If you want to get first in queue, it's 5 gifted for a VOD review. Right after the next game, we'll get into the VOD review. It's 1 per person, of course, so if you've been VOD reviewed before, you cannot have it again. When is the correct timing to switch angles? When you're seen or when your angle doesn't work?
Vote for your map.
I don't have a private profile for Flaming Man. I work a lot, so fairly to big long breaks between gaming. It takes a bit to warm up. I understand the avoid. All right. Well, if you take long breaks, that's understandable. But dude, you have really got to do more damage. You really got to do more damage. The damage is so low, and you died way too much. Said maybe it could be a bad game. Could be a bad game, but they said not willing to risk that.
Choose hero bands.
Can you get top 500 with RAM only? Yes. Diva. What is he gonna be annoying to play against? Probably like, I don't know, Ilari? Probably, I don't know. Let's do Ilari. What if I need VOD DPS on this time? It's just 1 per person. If you need any more VOD reviews, you can DM me on Discord. I can forward you some just to Rank Up Academy.
Traveling to Suravasa.
Is top 500 still Masters? Probably. Let me check. Oh, no, actually starts as GM. Ooh, okay. Okay. Turning out, so not sniping. Have a good one, Kala. And, yeah.
It's time to save the world.
Was someone gifting or still 1 per person? 1 per person. You got a skincare routine awkward now? I don't.
Watch your flanks. They might try something.
Do you have or you pretend to have a degree? Me? I don't have a degree.
What's up?
What did I say to that I had a degree?
Here.
2, 1.
Hey, it's Kiriko.
I'll protect you.
Hey.
No, I have no interest in getting a degree, no. I'll not get a degree ever. Oh, they have a widow now. Okay. Did my Wung is killing widow?
What's up, everyone?
Where's the widow? All right.
Au revoir. Hi there.
There's a Wuyang over there. I don't want to fight by myself. Alright, they want to get dashed and die. Wait, hey.
I could use some healing.
Why is he chasing me 24/7? This guy in the second game in a row that he's like targeting me so hard. Seems to be working though. Scratch my nose.
I could use some healing.
They have lamp. I can't really bomb them. But I can kill this guy. He's completely isolated. Didn't have to recall.
Back in the fight.
I didn't really have to recall, but I was 200 HP. Oh. One. And he's dead. Nice, playing pretty good. I'm happy with how I play.
Hey there.
Look, this guy is targeting me non-stop.
Reverse the tide!
Look at this guy. He's chasing me, dude. That's kind of crazy. This guy is like targeting me. So it's so fucking funny to see. He doesn't care about anybody else. He just targets me. Yeah, he's not killing me. Is he? Okay, well played. Oh! Did you see my dodge him? Look at him. Look at this guy. Look at this kid.
Enemy over here.
How do you feel about 6v6? I think that 6v6 is fun, but I don't think they should like kind of separate the competitive modes. Alright. Oh.
Enemy spotted.
Yeah. He's gonna try to speed like dash into me and kill me. So alright, bro.
Have we been here before?
Where's the point on the over there? Okay.
Enemy over here.
Reverse the tide!
He's looking for shatter this guy. I'm very positive.
I
I knew he was gonna do that, but I expected to get heals within that time. Or at least get the passive healing on. What did you avoid? The Genji? No, the enemy Ana. But funny now, the enemy Ana actually still doing damage. Funny enough. On my team, they don't do damage. On the enemy team, they start shooting at me all of a sudden. Very interesting. Funny how that works, right? Am I just getting zoned out? I need to find somebody else to shoot. Okay, let's guess explode.
I'm here. As they say, try again.
Oh.
Over there.
Fuck.
We go.
Alright.
Let me.
On my team, he doesn't do damage. On the enemy team, he's like, alright.
Get them off the objective. Recall.
Can I win? No, I can't.
Attack the objective.
Took my advice too hard, yeah. I wish these people would take the advice when they're on my team. Look, and now he doesn't even heal. This guy doesn't even heal now on the enemy team. That's the crazy part. There's a Wu Yang in front of his face, 1 HP, doesn't heal.
In 10 seconds.
Ah, of course. I'm late. Very late, actually. Oh, yeah. Fine.
Use a hand.
Good.
Elimination.
I feel bad for Arcos. The Arcos nickname reminds me of I don't know if it's a Reiner play, but I've seen that nickname before. Alright, bro. Oh, he can shoot me just like that. Okay. Oh, too dead. Kill Ana, but too dead. Okay, I got the boy. They have no heals, by the way. They have literally no heals.
Oh, the other's coming.
Setting out the welcome mat. Over there.
Okay, good. Oh, of course. Nice, nice.
GG.
Did you guys well play?
Oh, not GG yet. Hold on. No GG.
Is there a reason why so many people in Overwatch have the same name, like Artemis Magic Toro? Yes, it's because when you put an anonymous name, it just puts, like, there's an anonymous name, it just gives you a name that the name dictates for you, and they're usually like the same names. Aqua, because of your advice, the enemy keeps sending me frank requests. That's good. That's huge, bro. Well played, really good. My team played really good. No complaints. Is my avoid getting pinned? No, but you know, it kind of pisses me off that against me, you're like hiding in a corner and dying 12 times per 10 and doing 1k damage in 12 minutes. But all of a sudden on the enemy team, all of a sudden, your damage is five times more in half the time. It's like, you know, it's almost like, I know you're not doing it on purpose, but it's almost as if it's done on purpose. But the question is, if you have the capability of doing damage, why don't you do it every game? Why do I have to tell you do damage or do damage? Like, why isn't it something that is so ingrained into you? Yeah, it's VOD, guys. So if you would like to get a VOD review, it's 5 gifted per VOD review. 5 gifted per VOD if you're interested. It's only 1 per person, and I'm going to help you rank up. My advice, as you can see every day, there are a few people that show up that post that after my VOD reviews, they ranked up. We've had many. You can just click my Discord and check up rankupacademy.gg to see what the people say about us. Discord is more recent, like the website is more old stuff. Because you spammed I need healing 200 times last time. I always spam I need healing. Always. It's not like an exclusive thing. I just click it because I'm used to it. So again, 5 gifted if you'd like to rank up in no time. Oh, snap. Deleted his gifting. 5 subs, and I bet that he's doing it for Kala. That you know, that is a very, very good idea. Very good idea. Very, very good idea. Hey, awkward. Why is that quite often I get -2 SR after a win and shit like that? You have any idea what that might be? I haven't seen that before ever. I have no idea, dude. You don't even need their code. You can choose a code. Kala, send me a code. Listen, okay. I'm gonna review your VOD. What I need from you. First of all, are you an anime? Like, what do you mean? Are you an anime or do you just play everything? Gotta ask you a few questions before we begin. I'm anime but like to flex. Well, don't. You know? Just play Ana. Because I actually think that if you just play Ana, you're gonna be fine. That's the first thing. The second thing is, give me your stats. What is the damage per 10? What is the healing per 10? And deaths per 10. Please. Awkward. I played with a mate, went 11-1, and he got a SR from 3,500 to 4,000. I got a total of 65 SR. A lot of matches, I get -3. I've never heard of that happening before, man. I maybe it could be a DC, could be... I don't know, man. I really don't... I've never heard of that before. 6 deaths per 10. Okay. Try setting it to Blizzard and asking. Okay, 6 deaths per 10, damage per 10, and healing per 10 on Ana. 30.5 damage, 7.7 heal. Yeah, damage is fairly low. And also, like, not only your damage is low, your healing is also low relative to the fact that your damage is not so high. Now, 3.5 is not low by any means, but it's not high enough to carry games. Okay, you can send me a code. You can send me an Ana game, and I'll review it for you. It's gonna be a quick VOD review, but I promise you're gonna be a new man. You're gonna be a new Ana player. And to top it all off, if you will receive the criticism, you will get off my avoid list. But this guy needs to get into my avoid list ASAP. This Mira Jane is pinned. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I mean, pinned forever. When I play into dive comps, I get scared and confident. Perfect. You can send me a code, or would you like me to review the game that we had on Dorado? We could do the game on Dorado, or we could do whatever game that you choose that you played against full dive if you feel unconfident and scared. But to be honest, I don't think the Dorado game would be good because you played Kiriko half the map. So if you have an Ana game that you stayed from start to finish against dive, it would be great. Send me a code. What's wrong with Mira Jane? Awkward. First of all, bot. Two. The second one is mentally ill. Mental illness. So mentally ill plus bad. Pin devoid. If it was just one of those things, that would maybe pass. Okay, let's review your bots from the game. That was a Dorado.
Ready.
Let's look at what you do. Alright. The game that we played together about 20 minutes ago. Okay, that's why you see me on his team on Hanzo. Okay, right off the bat, can you explain to me, please, Calasimera? How is it that I am here? Actually, I don't even know why I'm playing this passive. This guy is here, Orisa is here, and this guy is here, and you are still not even walking through spawn doors. Why are you stuck in spawn doors? Still. 5 seconds into the round where everyone is outside. I heard Monkey and waited to hear where he was. Okay, but you realize that you're missing out on opportunities to shoot the enemies, to nade, to sleep. And even if your Monkey drops down, you have me, you have Junkrat next to you, you have Arista nearby. Should be okay. You're perfectly fine. There's literally no point for you to stand in the spawn door. That already tells me that you just play too scared. Play too scared. Play too scared means you can't win. I mean, you could win if your team is good. But considering I was on your team and we lost, it means that it doesn't mean how good your team is. It's not enough. Okay, so at this situation, nading for heals was okay, but nading for heals in general is not good.
Out of ammo.
How much damage have you done in the past 30 seconds? Kala. 0, right? And let me ask you something, because you're a support player and Ana player, right? Is that, what do you think that healing stops people from dying? Or do you think that it just delays their death? Right, it delays their death. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't heal, because if you delay your teammate's death, it increases the chances of your team getting a pick. But more importantly, the follow-up question would be, what do you think actually stops the enemies from shooting? Which means that you don't have to heal very often. So, like, think about this. Let's assume, I mean, they have Genji here, right? And you shoot the Genji 2 times when he's standing over here. Where do you think he goes? Yeah, he goes back, exactly like Touch Me says. He goes back, which means that he's not shooting your team, right? So if he's not shooting your team, you don't really have to heal them often. So in short, the premise that I'm trying to provide, which of course you're a Grandmaster player and you know it, but it's very important for me to kind of like drill this into you. I hope you don't take this in the wrong way. Is that if you shoot enemies don't shoot your team, which means you don't have to heal very often. When you sit at the back and all you do is healing and you provide no pressure, it means that your team is only going to be taking damage permanently, right? And if they take damage permanently, you can only heal them so much before they die. Now, the thing the thing about all of this is that heal botting is the perfect strategy to win 50% of your games. It's if your team is good, you win. If your team is bad, you lose, right? Sometimes your team is bad and you still win, but sometimes your team is really good and you still lose, right? But it's a 50-50. And the 50-50 is the most dangerous zone, because it kind of, when you win 50% of your games, it kind of affirms the way you play. So if you heal bot and win, and heal bottom win, you assume that you did something, like the things that you're doing are correct. It's just that your team is not good enough. Because people think that you either lose all the games, which means you're doing something bad, or you win all the games, which means you're doing something good. The 50-50 is actually you doing something bad. That is precisely what it is. I would actually argue the point that losing almost 100% of your games sometimes, especially in the learning phase, means that at least you're taking a step in the right direction. Because you're either trying to implement something good, it just takes you time and you're failing, which is completely normal, or you're doing something really bad to the point that you see, oh my god, I'm losing every single game. Something must change. The 50-50 is the hard stuck zone. Yeah, but the point is that, in short, I can already tell that you need to pick and do more damage. You say, I understand it fundamentally, but I'm failing. But I'm failing the practice, right? So I have two counter arguments to this. Number one, you're not actually trying. As you can see, you didn't even try to shoot the enemies. It's not that you tried to play aggressive and you got caught. No, you didn't even play. You were just hiding. And the second counter argument, I literally just played against you and it did 5,000 damage. So you do know how to do damage. It's just that one game you try, one game you don't even try. Like here, nothing, no damage, no nothing. You're just pocketing me, right? Which is okay. I mean, thank you. I guess helps me a lot. But you know what? If you hit one shot on the enemy, I would have gotten the kill a lot faster. I have another question. Why didn't you use your sleep on the Sombra there? Hello. So you see a Sombra. You try to shoot one time, you need yourself, whatever. Use cover. Why not sleep? And also, I repeat this. Look where we are. We got so many picks. We got so many picks. Like the entire enemy team is dead. They're respawning. Look where they are. Look where Orisa is. Look where I am. Look where Wuyang is. My question is, why are you still behind? Why didn't you go over here? Maybe take this position, do some damage for the fight when they're crossing, and then go back. Why didn't you maybe set up in this position? So when they cross, maybe you can flank with an aid. That's a little bit too much, but at least it's something. But the question is, why are you so far behind? When you're so far behind, it tells me, oh my god, I need to sit behind my team. I'm too scared to get close because I will die. But the question is, it's why even in the first place you don't approach this, I want to shoot at the enemies? I'm isolating myself, the first thing yes, but that's beyond the point. The fact that you're isolating this is just a symptom of a bigger problem. Why are you not here shooting enemies, throwing an aid when they're trying to push through choke? That is my question. That is my question. Not isolating yourself at the back. That's just a symptom of the bigger problem. Yeah, you should have. So, what I would have done here, fight is over, 3 dead, Sombra behind. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about Sombra behind? What, she gonna engage you 1v5 and somehow kill you? No, of course not. You have Wuyang, you have Drunkard, you have me, whatever. You go here, these people try to cross. 1, 2, 3 shots, maybe a sleep. Okay, next position, over here. They have to go over here. They try to cross, boom, big nade, sleep. By the time they touch, they lose so many cooldowns, they lose so much HP, you make their life miserable. You don't let them get to the objective for free. Especially don't stay at the back to get picked by the Sombra, but again, kind of irrelevant point. And also the fact that you didn't even try to use your sleep on Sombra still. I don't think you've used your sleep since the beginning. Where are the sleeps? Here. What? Explain. Okay. Calla, why are you here aiming at me when I'm full HP? Why? Boom. Over here. Look what Wuyang does. You see what Wuyang does? That's what he should have done. That is exactly what he should have done. Pick here. Boom nade. Boom nade. Boom sleep. Why are you... you see, that's the problem. You thought something was gonna happen. You don't need to think that something is going to happen. See with your eyes what is going to happen. And also, okay, if Zarya pushes me, so what? Look, I have cover, I can run away, everything's okay. It's how would a Zarya destroy me in half a second with no charge? Even if she had full charge, she wouldn't be able to kill me here. You know? Don't think something is going to happen. See what is happening and then react to it. Don't think this is going to happen. Here, try to sleep the Sombra. Why? Hiding from who? Think about it. If you only picked your Sombra shot one time, bye-bye. Nothing. Or you sleep. And if you sleep, by the way, one shot, nade, she's dead. But you're so scared. So scared. Healing me full HP irrelevant. Damage would have been so nasty here. Yeah, so essentially you didn't do anything this fight. In all honesty, Kala, you could have been completely AFK right now in this fight, and they wouldn't have changed anything. You didn't use your nade, didn't use your sleep, you didn't do any damage. You only healed me for maybe like 50 HP. Use your sleep for the first time in 2 minutes in. First time I see you use your sleep is in 2 minutes. Fight's over. Instead of being on the payload princess, over here. Just like I do. You sit over here, you sit over here. These people try to push through the main choke or the tiny choke. You slip them, you nade them, you shoot them. Instead of being on the payload. Okay, you sleep, hit a nice sleep on the Sombra. Nice. Good one. That's what happens when you throw your sleep, by the way. It took you 2 minutes to throw your sleep, and this is what the first thing that happens. No reason to be on the point. I mean, you want to know why you're on the point? Kala, why do you think you're on the point? Why do you think you're on the point? In your opinion, why do you think you're the guy on the point? Or gal, I don't know if you're a gal or a guy. I felt unconfident, right? So you consciously or subconsciously believe that you're the worst player on your team. So you tell, hey guys, go do the damage because I know that you guys can do damage and not die. And me, I'm a noob. I'm just gonna hug the points. That is like, you know, kind of a rough translation to what's going on in your head, you know? But no, in order for it to change, you can be like, fuck you guys, you stay on the payload. I'm gonna go do the damage to the noobs. That's how you should think about the game. And the reason why you're the guy on the payload is because you stay on the payload. I promise you, if you would have left the payload, somebody else, probably Wuyang, would have stayed. Also the problem with you staying on the payload beyond the like what it implicates about how you approach the game, it also like a very, very uncomfortable position to play from. You play against Genji Bolt Sombra. Do you really want to be on the low ground where there's like no line of sight to anything? You just jump on you surprisingly from anywhere. At least if you're here, you kind of can expect where they're coming from and you can react to it. And you can shoot them before they even approach you. Here, there's nothing you can do. You're just waiting for your death. That's what's happening. What the?
The payload's moving.
You see? You waited and now you die. You waited and now you die. It's like
Payload's moving.
me being on a point, just waiting for my death. So you were too stationary. You were playing too passive. You didn't shoot anybody before approaching.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine.
Enough whining. Enough whining. You're fine.
Here, why are you looking at me? Kala, why are you looking at me? Over here, man. Fuck me, dude. Over here. Damage. I thought so. Do you notice that you're thinking a lot of things that just don't happen? Do you notice? I thought that Zarya is gonna push you. I thought Sombra is gonna be on you. I thought this and that. But like none of these things are happening. None of these things are happening. It's all in your head. And also, by the way, you could hear the Sombra shooting. I'm pretty sure you could hear the Sombra. Yeah, I can hear the Sombra shooting. Here, I hear the Sombra translocate. Why are you looking at me?
Let's give them the one.
That was very risky. I would have nanoed Wuyang because, yeah. So, so the question is, how many purples have you thrown so far, Kala? How many purple nades have you hit so far, thrown so far on the enemies? Nearly zero. How much damage did you do? Nearly zero. How many sleeps did you use? 3, 4, something like that in the span of 3 minutes, and it's a 12-second cooldown. You know? The problem is, Kala, and the funny thing is, you see the irony of this is that you're playing so passive and you're not contribute enough with the pressure. And ironically, you have... he has an ad, shit. Fuck, I was about to make a point. Come on, man. Cut me off on a point. Let me know when you're back, Kala. Kala, you're with us? You got gifted a sub. Okay, Kala, listen. What I was about to explain is that the irony of this whole VOD is that you don't throw offensive nades, you don't apply any pressure, you're sitting passive at the back, killbotting, hiding, not contributing much. And the ironic thing about this is that you still die the most amount of times. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. Sitting in the back and hiding and just waiting for the enemies to come to you ironically gets you killed more often than not. The reason for that is because if you apply pressure on the enemies before they engage you, it means that it's less likely for them to engage you. The more pressure you apply, it means also that your team will apply more pressure and finish kills that he contributed damage to, which means that if you shoot for somebody and he deals 70 damage and then I shoot them with the Hanzo and then they die because I added to the damage, it means that this person is now dead, which means that there's one less person that can kill you. So in short, number one, try to always, no matter what stage of the game you're at, spawn doors open, middle of the fight, you win the fight and they come back from spawn. At any point in time, you always want to try to apply pressure. Always. Damage, damage, damage. That is the mantra. You need to change your mindset from I need to heal and only when I can I will add damage, I will do damage, to I will do damage until my team needs healing. And that is a big mindset shift for a lot of players. I want to get as many purples as possible because if you find yourself throwing nades for healing also for yourself, it means that you play wrong. Now, sometimes you will nade yourself, sometimes you will nade your teammates, but it should happen so rarely. And the frequency of you throwing purples on the enemies should be like a 9-to-1 ratio almost. So way more damage. And how do you know that you're not going to feed? The answer is you don't know. The only way to know is through experience. So you first have to get into position to damage and limit this how much you can get away with. And do it so repetitively. Right? Do it repetitively, time after time. And it doesn't matter if your team is flaming you. And it doesn't matter, dude, Anna, heal me. Or Anna, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Why are you feeding? You shouldn't give a fuck. You're trying to practice. You want to do damage before the fight, in the fight, after the fight. You want to do purples. You want to utilize your sleep when people can follow up on the sleep. You see that Sombra is on you, throw a sleep. You see that Monkey is jumping in front of you, you throw a sleep. You see that Hanzo is a little bit misstepping out of position, you throw a sleep. You always want to use your ability offensively so you can end up getting kills or help your teammates get kills. But the way you help your teammates get kills is by offensive pressure. You do damage, utilize abilities all the time. And also, generally speaking, leave the payload. Let other people be on the payload. Yes, even if nobody's moving the payload. So let somebody move the payload. That is it, in short. Your damage needs to be increased to like 4.5k, not 3.5k. That's something I struggle with. I don't know. The thing is about Overwatch, right? Like I would understand struggling with things that are actually difficult, you know? It's like when you're saying I struggle with not staying on the payload, are you struggling clicking W? Are you just struggling clicking the W? Is that what it is? Yeah, it's just W. All you have to do is click W. Fight is over. Fuck the payload. Let somebody else. That's what like. There's no way. Like there's no other thing that I can tell you. Just literally live the payload. That is all. Now imagine 5 rank up academy members on a team who is moving the payload. The one that has the least amount of damage. That is it in short, Kala. Don't be afraid of people flaming you. Don't be afraid of bad performances. Don't be afraid of any of that. It's okay, people flame me. And also, because I trust you to play well, I will take you off my void list. So if you get on my team, I expect you to actually help me carry the game. And thank you for your helpful advice and for the time taken to do it. You keep killing it, and the only person you should thank is Deleted Null for gifting you 5 subs. He was kind enough to have a VOD review for you, so you should thank him. Deleted Null in the chat. Alright, again, 5 auto views. Doesn't matter if you're on YouTube or on Twitch. If you do 5 gifted. Oh, wait. I actually don't even know if somebody gifts on YouTube. I don't think it shows that here. Let me check if it actually did. Give me 1 second. No, actually, no one gifted on YouTube. I think it will show me as well. So you can do 5 gifts on YouTube or Twitch for a VOD. Hey, Awkward, can you give me a free Tor VOD? No, you already had your VOD, and I gave you feedback. I'm gonna have VOD of you 5 gifted, 5 gifted. Only today, 5 gifted, 5 gifted. Let's count, 5 gifted for a VOD of you, only 1 per person. Can we ban columns for a day? You know what? Can you ban columns? I don't know. Should we ban columns for a day? No, we shouldn't ban columns for a day. We shouldn't. He's a nice kid. If there are no VODs, I'm continuing DPS. Do you do Dota VODs? No. Who won the TI? I was watching it before I went live. Who won the no. I feel like I've gone worse at the game even though I play the same. Why do you think that is? Why do you think you got worse? I'll be again queuing up, and if you'd like to do if you'd like a VOD review, you can just get in queue. As soon as you VOD review, you're gonna be in the next one. 25 viewers for 10 minutes VOD review is crazy. I mean, I could do it for 50 if you'd like. I could do it for double. What if I give you $25 for a little brother to ban columns? Number 1, I don't have a little brother. Number 2, I wouldn't do it. Do you do Deadlock VODs? No. I do Overwatch VODs and Marvel Rivals VODs. That's the only thing that I do. For 40 minutes QS support? Well, I'm champion 4. It's pretty high rank. Vote for a map. Samoa or Gibraltar? Samoa is shorter. But Gibraltar... whatever. What's the Samoa? Counter-Strike? No. When you play, are you just playing on instinct or constantly thinking? Well, I don't constantly think anymore. My autopilot is good enough because I've been thinking for so long to get to the level that I am. And when you get really good, your the conscious decisions, the good conscious decisions that you make become subconscious. So you don't have to think a lot. But sometimes you do have to think, yeah.
Choose heroes.
Especially if you're losing, you're like, okay, I'm thinking, how do I win? What do I need to do to win this? What do I need to change here? Lucio ban for sure. Fuck this guy. Venture, goodbye. And Bull. Yeah, let's do Bull. I like Bull. Happy to help, Neros. Happy to answer the questions, man. I feel like I miss easy shots and then overthink my aim and lose focus in posting game sense. Don't focus on your aim. Focus on the decisions. But in the past, did you think constantly did it slow your gameplay at the start? Of course. Of course. That's like the natural part of literally anything that you're trying to implement into your game. When you learn how to drive, you first drive slowly and turn the wheel slowly and click the brake slowly. Everything is slow. Until you understand kind of like how the mechanics behind it work and how everything behind it works. Everything. No matter what you can think of.
It's time to save the world.
Awkward, what's the number 1 tip to not rage? Have good emotional control. Lack of emotional control for people who are weak.
All systems fired up and ready to engage.
Protection.
Every time you rage, remind yourself that you're being a pussy.
Capture the objective.
Cheers, love. It's time.
Awkward, I feel like I'm carrying my games and still losing. Well, that means that you're not carrying your games.
I could use some healing. Come here. Enemy spotted.
What? Excuse me. Okay. Thank you. Microwave shooting at me.
I'm here.
I'm getting closer to Fool's Bomb, which is a good thing. I don't want to engage too early. Okay, I'm getting you here. Oh, microwave. Oh man, I fucked up.
Enemy spotted.
I kind of did something. I should have just killed the microwave. I don't know what I was doing, what I was thinking. I like what my diva did. So we're gonna fall in there. Oh my! How did he die so fast? Fuck. That's what I thought. One, thank you for the Prime Wolfton, man. I really appreciate it, dude.
Big low, big low.
Oh my.
Over there. Enemy here.
Wait. I thought I had pools, dude. What am I doing? Alright, bro. Easy natural cover, you know how we are.
Let the kitsune guide you.
You like that? You like that, though? Like that? Oh man, again, these fucking microwaves. I predicted where he's gonna show up from based on like how the rally showed. Like a rally there. That gave me a good prediction of where he's at.
Enemy spotted. Go in here.
Thank you again, Wilson, for the prime, man. I appreciate it.
Enemy here.
Up low, up low.
Over there. Look at me go.
Oh, no. How many fucking microwaves are there?
I could use some healing. The objective is mine.
Am I dead? Yes, I am. Well, we're... Oh, everyone's dead. I kind of felt like I was not doing anything. Everyone just died.
Over there. Go in here.
You know what would really piss me off if you just pull a lamp? That would really piss me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Come to me for heal. Enemy spotted.
Oh, what am I doing?
Hunting them down. Enemy here.
Sit down, boy. Let's relax here a little bit.
Here. Enemy spotted.
Reverse the tide!
Go in here.
Meteor strike!
Enemy spotted.
Sit down, boy.
Activating self-destruct sequence. I got you.
First round.
Oh! Okay, Cherry Sky, you're gonna thank you for the 5 gifts, and you're gonna go into a VOD review right after this. Make sure you have your code ready, hero and rank. Have you ever watched Whiplash? Yes, I have. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. Columns, I played Torp for you already. And you decided to leave.
Stay in sight, and I'll keep you safe.
You don't utilize your opportunities. You're a fan of basketball or aqua? Actually, no, I don't watch basketball at all. Not at all.
Systems fired up and ready to engage. 해보자고.
5,
Alright, let's TP here.
3, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
It's Kiriko.
Side, that's fine.
Cheers, love.
That's
It's
okay.
time to save the world.
It's alright.
Attack the objective.
Gotta wait a bit. Oh, I guess. I'm not sure what he was trying to do with that one.
Carrying the point.
Okay. Nice. Not sure why I recall for. I think the recall was kind of a mistake. It was kind of pointless. But...
Over there.
Oh man. Okay, what is he doing?
Enemy over here. Group over me. Over there. Hey.
Ultimate's almost ready. Ultimate's almost ready.
After there. K1, after there.
I need to pull, so I don't know what I'm waiting for so long.
Might get to you.
Reverse the tide.
Oh, nice. Okay, I guess. Cool Suzu. Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, okay.
I could use some healing.
That was nice. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of nice.
Hunting them down.
No! Dude, I blink into a wall! If I don't blink into a wall, I have recall. But I still lose the fight, but at least I don't die. What? Hey, why did he do all that? Well, could have just
Sequence.
come back to spawn.
Try again. My ultimate. Join me. The Kitsune is ready to enemy here.
Okay,
Enemy
what the fuck was that?
Guide you. Got one here.
Go.
No. Fuck! I fucked up. But at least got break. I think we should be able to win this. Ah, I messed up. Really didn't want to die there.
Boom. Got one here.
Good stick though. Easy one, but good. Let's win.
Reverse the tide.
Enemy spotted.
GG.
Activating self-destruct sequence. Enemy spotted. Enemy here.
Alright, GG.
Victory.
Map designer diff, yeah. Alright.
House.
Alright, let's get into the VOD review. Cherry Sky. Code, hero, and rank. supports were nice and aggro. Yep. Okay, Grandmaster 2. Nice. And a good winning trend. Uphill battle. Didn't feel like it, but Grandmaster 2. Getting closer to champ. Pretty nice. We dropped from 90% win rate to 81. Which gotta stop with the attitude. How are you supposed to make money? Like on a lost cherry scout, I'm going to tier 1. Appreciate it. All right, let's get to it. "2 minutes is too much." Yeah, it's like you're watching the Super Bowl. I just got a killer vacuum ad. Now that was sick. Are you gonna buy? Gonna buy the vacuum though? What are your thoughts on Muay Thai? You fuck with the sport? Yeah, I fuck with the sport. I like Muay Thai. Do you prefer Hanzo or Tracer more? I like them both. Ferret currently plat 3. What do you play? What is the hero do you play? Average damage per Kiri per 10, 2.5 average. That's per average 5.6k. So I know damage is low in Mercy player. Okay, so that's the problem. Before we begin with the Kiriko VOD, are you aware of my YouTube channel? Do you know what the 4-step plan is? Do you know what the 4-step plan Kiriko is for my YouTube channel? Do you know what that is? Why am I asking the question 3 times? I don't know. I'm excited. Cherry Sky, I think you're answering with a little bit of delay. Can you refresh the page? Can you refresh the Twitch page to make sure that you're not delayed?
Ready for battle.
So, okay. So you haven't watched my 4-step plan, so I would advise you that after the VOD review, you will watch my video on the 4-step plan, how I demonstrate it, but I'm still going to explain to you what a 4-step plan and also to the audience. It's a 4-step formula that I created, or rather, not necessarily, I wouldn't say that I created, but rather I coined the term of a 4-step plan. It's the most simple way to play Kiriko, to the point that it's very difficult to get wrong in terms of like the plan itself, because it's so simple, and it's guaranteed to get you the most amount of value. Okay? So the 4-step plans are pretty simple. You engage. What does it mean? That you simply engage the enemies. You're trying to look for damage, you're trying to look for kills. You engage. Now, you close the second step is close the distance. Now, why do you want to close distance? Because in your mind, isn't closing distance dangerous for me? Well, the answer is yes, it is dangerous, but the benefit that it gives you is that you're more likely to get killed, because hitting shots from far away is very, very difficult. And hitting shots from up close is more reliable. So how do you mitigate the risk from closing the distance? Now, step number 3, you do it from an off angle or a flank. What is an off angle on a flank? Anywhere that the enemies are not looking. Anywhere that the enemies are not paying attention to. Anywhere that like, oh, Kiri is here. Anywhere that is surprising, in short. You want to surprise the enemies because they're not looking there. So you surprise them. And how do you mitigate all of the danger, even if you're surprising and closing a distance? It's very, very simple. Step number 4, you disengage when things go bad. So you simply click a button that is called TP, teleport out. So how we do it all together in practice? We look back where our team is. Why do we look back where our team is? Because we want to know where my team is, so I can TP to them in case things get dangerous. So I don't gonna get paused and mix up like where do I TP to and then die. We engage, we close distance, we do it from an off angle, disengage when things go bad. We of course engage the enemies when they're busy, so we don't go into the spawn 1v5. We wait until they actually make contact my team, because that's where they're gonna be most busy, and that's where the element of surprise is gonna work the most. And that's it. Let's get to it. Right.
In 10 seconds.
Okay, great. I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see what you're doing. So, you are now engaging and closing the distance, right? You are engaging and closing the distance, right? That being said, what are you not doing? What are you not doing for the 4-step plan? First guy. No, it's not. It's not about when did the 4-step plan I mention any cover? Close to the team. That's completely like kind of different point because you can TP out to them. Your team is here. Not from an off angle. Correct, Cherry Sky. You're not an off angle. You're in front of their face. You're not really surprising them. Just like showed up in front of their face. And you know, this would work 50% of the time. You could have easily died here to Hanzo or Genji dashing on you, right? Because you just showed up in front of his face. You're like very fortunate that Genji didn't dash and Hanzo just missed a couple shots, right? The problem was that it was not surprising, which leads me to another point, is that you just engaged too early. Think about it. Why are the enemies not surprised? Why are the enemies here not busy? Because your team didn't even engage it. They all just picked from here. So you should have waited here for like 2 seconds. The enemy team your team would have engaged the enemy team. They would have been busy probably over here, and you would just spot from here when they're not looking at you and kill them. Now, I like the engage and close distance part. What I don't like is that he could have died easily. And that's, by the way, the sign for he could have died very easily is now you're forced to use your Suzu. So let's assume that enemy Doomfist punches your team, and you TP back to your team. They die because you don't have Suzu. Okay? So if you find yourself using Suzu often on yourself, it probably means that you should have disengaged a little bit earlier, or the enemies were paying attention to you for a little bit too long. Nice! But again, look at this. Instead of engaging here, you should have engaged here. Why? Because not only they're not looking here and they're literally with their backs to you, but also they usually probably will disengage back here, which allows you to get the kill. But I like the engage and close distance part. Very good. Technically, it's an off angle as well, but you see how quickly they turn around to you? Nice. Nice shots. Are you really immersive in, or are you just kidding? Oh my god. Look at you.
I'm on fire.
Look at you. You're really immersive in, though? Okay, that's fine.
Carried on the wind.
Let me ask you, ferrets. Who are you shooting here? Demons? Who are you shooting here, Cherry Sky? Who are you shooting here? Pre-firing. Do you think there's an inherent problem with pre-firing? I mean, there is, let me tell you. There is an inherent problem with pre-firing. What do you think that is? You give up your positioning, Corewolf. Is absolutely correct. You give up your positioning and you lose the element of surprise. And also, he can time you between the shots pretty easily. You know, if he's good. I mean, no offense, but he's flat, so you can time you between the shots. But you're ruining the element of surprise, like Onion says on the YouTube chat. Thank you to 5 gifted. G Parzival. We're going to move forward with you in just a second after we finish the water view. But I like that you're doing damage. How the hell do you have 2.2k damage if all you've been doing in this game is damage? I don't think you've healed anybody. Oh, here we go. Do you notice that when you're up close, you're hitting all of your shots? When you throw kunais from far away, nothing hits? Did you notice that? And that is exactly why I said step number 2, close the distance. That is precisely why. You didn't hit a single shot from far away. Not because you're bad, it's because it's not non-consistent, not reliable. Okay, what is the problem with this fight? What is the problem with this fight? Cherry Sky. Cherry Sky with us? I'm on high ground, that is not the problem. So let me just explain this. The 4-step plan is engage, close distance, do it from an off angle, and disengage when things go bad. Technically, you can say that you're engaging the enemies by applying pressure on them. You're very far away, which means you're not closing the distance, and you're also literally down main, which means you're in front of their face, which means you're not off-angling. What I would do, here we go, over here. That's a surprise for you, you kill. And obviously they turn around, so what do? You TP out. So you're not closing the distance, and you're not applying, doing any off-angling. And that is precisely why you're losing the fight. And he didn't TP when things went bad. But didn't have no one to TP to because they all died. Because they didn't apply enough pressure. No reason to Suzu here. Absolutely no reason. Have you noticed that you started off the first two fights so well, but all of a sudden you're back, sitting at the back and just kind of throwing kunais from the back? And the reason why you're taking so much damage and throwing Suzu for no reason is because you're sitting down main. Because you're sitting down main, everybody sees you. And if they see you, not only you can't kill them, but you also take a lot of damage for them for no reason. Because you're sitting down main. What I would have done here, pretty straightforward. I would have walked here. Boom. There we go. Easy access. Easy access. If you want to take the long route, you could have done it from here, but that's a very, very long route. And you want to be pretty quick. Jumping, generally speaking, is not good.
I feel a warm inside.
I don't know how you missed the punch on you, but alright. Well, you're panic jumping, throwing Suzus, panic jumping. All you have to do is like, okay, let me TP here, and then I can flank from somewhere. So, what have we learned about Cherry Sky gameplay? Is that, as you can see, that hitting 9 shots doesn't mean a whole lot if you're not executing the 4-step plan. That allows you to take advantage of hitting 9 shots. So, all you have to do is follow the 4-step plan. I recommend you looking at my YouTube video called The Simple Way to Carry Kiriko on my YouTube channel. And right after this, you engage the enemies, which means you go to do damage. You close distance on them because it's easier to hit shots, as you've noticed from the VOD. You do it from an off angle, which you very rarely do. You do it off angle or flank means essentially from where they're not looking at. You want to wait until your team engages them. Why? Because then that's where the enemies are going to be really busy. Because when your monkey jumps in their face, they can't be like, let's turn to the Kiriko and shoot her, because they will just die. So you wait until they're busy, and then you go in, close the distance. You do it from where they're not looking, which has the surprise element. And when things go bad, you disengage. Now, problem number 2, use your Suzu for no reason a lot. But that happens due to 2 simple reasons. Number 1, you stand in front of their face and take a bunch of damage, so you feel the need to use your Suzu, right? And number 2, you will just stay too long. Like you fight, they shoot you, it's okay, just TP out. You don't have to Suzu and then TP out. Because Suzu is really helpful to when people are for sure going to die. So these are the 4-step plan that you should follow, and make sure you don't throw your Suzu for no reason. Actually use it when people are going to die if you don't use Suzu. And go watch the YouTube video. And if you're interested in follow up on this, to make sure that you're actually doing the 4-step plan, that you're ranking up and get coached on a month-to-month basis in the most simple way possible, rankupacademy.gg, or shoot me a DM on Discord. Columns asks, hey, Awkward, if we get 100 people to sign a petition for me to become a coach, is it possible? And I will let the chat respond to that. Parzival, code, hero, and rank. Code, hero, and rank, please. Zen Masters 3 game. I think I started off well, but we got smoked. Okay. Zen. Love Zen bots. I think that I'll self-glaze here. I think I have a big reason as to why people play Zen. I think that without my videos and without like me being a Zen guy, I don't think a lot of people would play Zen. I think people think that hero is so shit beyond belief. Which is couldn't be further from the truth, by the way.
Ready for battle.
Okay, I can already see damage. Pretty good. Okay.
Lifted.
The problem here now, instead of sorry that I'm not gonna keep asking a lot of questions because there's some delay and people respond late, and I'd like to keep this running smooth properly. So I'm going to explain to you what the problem here is. That you have really nice uptime and you keep shooting. The problem is that all you're shooting is pretty much a Rhine shield and a Rhine full HP Reinhardt. Why is that? Because you're not catching angles. When your Doom was playing aggressively here and your team was applying pressure for him, you could have done like a cheeky pick from here and see if you got a pick. Also, you could have like found maybe a little angle here. I know they have a Widow, but the actually don't even have a Widow anymore. Start off with a Widow, but then they swapped. Also, when when there was the phase where people got healed and nobody was doing anything, you could have taken this position perhaps and try to find a right click from here rather, not here, because here again she dashes you and you can run away. Here you can run away and get healed. So see, sending a little bit too much in a down main. Because you can see shooting down main at a full HP Reinhardt and his shield didn't really do much for you. Ryan is trolling. Good for him, I guess. Here, you know, you got the Ryan, your Doom is dead, but he's coming back first. He's already here. Your Wu Yang is fighting. Genji is 1 HP. First of all, what you should have done is pretty straightforward. Should have pushed here, killed the Genji, chased him, killed the Genji, and then take this angle. And in this angle, no one could do anything to you, and it's a very, very aggressive angle that almost guarantees you winning a team fight. Why is that? Because they can't kill you, and they have nowhere to hide. Because if they hide from you here, they just die to your team. So in short, what I'm seeing right now, the pattern that I'm seeing right now is that you're very, very, very passive. Well, it looks like you're doing a lot of damage, which you do, but you're still playing very, very passive. And now you take it so late. Look, the enemies already ran away by the time you took this angle. Enemies already ran away. I want to see some damage for the fight over here.
Efficient design at work.
Yeah, just stay here and wait. All we have to do is just stand here and wait. Yeah. Nice. Monkey is dead. Everybody's advancing forward. Have you noticed that you're the only guy on your team that is not even planning to move forward after killing the monkey? Like, think about it. Who could kill you on the enemy team? You can just run here. You can even go here. Dare I say, you can even go here. Dare I say. This might be a little bit too aggressive, but going here, definitely not. There's no one to kill you. Gonna be fine. You have a Wu Yang behind you, and you also can utilize natural cover. So again, leads up to the to the narrative that you're playing too passive. Now, I have a question for you. That would be a question. Out of curiosity, do you think there's somebody better to shoot at this point in time? Parzival. Soldier, yeah. I mean, shooting the monkey is the safe bet, and it's not necessarily bad because it's kind of overextending. But if you shoot any of these guys, you are going to take a lot of the damage and the healing away from them, and especially Ana's utility. It's not that shooting monkey is bad per se. It's actually pretty damn good. You know, it's not bad. But monkey by himself would not be able to kill your team. Now I have an interesting question. You lost your soldier and you guys are playing 4 and 5. What would Awkward do in this situation and why? That is the question for everyone, including Parzival. What would Awkward do after seeing this? And more importantly, why? Yeah, Cropson is absolutely correct to the detail. What I would have done: take top left, flank, try to get a pick, and worst case scenario, have Transcendence. If I didn't have Transcendence, I would still make the play without dropping. The reason why I would drop here is because it increases the likelihood of me getting a kill because I close distance. Here, it's just harder to hit shots. But here, I don't risk my life. So, you need to make an aggressive play 4 and 5, especially when you have Transcendence. Also, I've been shooting the tank pretty much exclusively the past 2 minutes. 4 and 5, you play passive, you have no chance of winning. And now, inevitably, you're forced to use Transcendence because they are 4 and 5, and they just keep attacking you and keep capitalizing on the advantage, which inevitably forces you to click Transcendence. Now, wouldn't you rather try to get a pick and then use Transcendence, which will equal the fight out or even give you a big advantage, rather than just wait out until they just kind of mow you down and force to use Transcendence on your own terms? But not on your own terms, rather. They forgot to orb. Passive, super passive. Look how passive you went. Like, as you notice, you don't have a big contribution to any of these team fights. Like, you are kind of shooting, but there's not a single solo kill or anything that you have done to force somebody to run away or force a cooldown and run away. You're just like kind of sitting at the back and shooting. And if your team can do something with it, great. If they can't, well, you lose. You notice that? That's right. Very, very passive. Very passive. Like, not only you're playing very passive, but all the damage you do is a monkey. Like here, in that specific moment, shooting at a monkey was actually pretty good because he was feeding, and he actually was killable. You know, he jumped in too deep, and he was super killable. But your contribution starts and ends with shooting at a tank from behind your team. I like that you at least try to kick him, but he died. So we've been watching 4.5 minutes so far. 0 kills outside of Monkey. Literally every damage that you have right now is because of Monkey, right? I want to see what you do on attack, out of curiosity. You know what I would have liked for you to do? Go main, realize there's nothing but Orisa here, and then go here. Like your Swordsman did, and then play around this angle and try to see what he can do. But let's see how this plays out. Tank. Which is okay to shoot tank here if he's like the only person close. But it doesn't seem like even trying to take any angles. Like, why not here? Here we go. Look at that angle. And then you shoot, you push them back, boom, you have this angle, you have this angle. But the problem, Parzival, is that you're playing too passive. What do I mean by too passive? First off, you're playing way too far away. Way too far away. And the problem with playing way too far away is that you're usually not even going to be able to see anything but the tank, and it's also too far away means you're hitting less shots because it's more difficult to hit from far away. Okay? And number two is that you, by playing too passive, what I mean, you also like just sitting down main, very safe at the back, behind your team main, no off angles, no flanks, no tries to be aggressive and get a pick. Super passive. And that pretty much like the things that you have to fix in your gameplays. Number one, you have to play a lot closer, a lot more aggressive. And if you play closer and more aggressive, and number two, you need to take way more off angle, even flank more often. And if you do those two things, not only that you're going to contribute more damage, leads up to a kill, even if it would be just on the tank, but also what will happen is that because you're taking more aggressive positions from flanks and off angles, you're going to find enemies that can actually die besides the tank. Because you're actually going to be in positions where enemies will be there in front of you, not looking at you. Which means that just like higher kill potential. So you can say that your target priority is not great, but the target priority is only a symptom of the fact that you're playing too passive and playing behind your team. That is first of all you have to fix. Play more aggressive by closing distance more often, trying to flank an off angle way more frequently. That is your ticket to GM. That is your ticket to GM. And if you'd like for us to make sure that you're doing the things that you're supposed to do, join us at Rank Up Academy, man. All you have to do is join Rank Up Academy. As soon as you log in, say, hey, Awkward told me to work on playing more aggressive, off-angling, and closing distance on enemies more often. Immediately, there's a coach who will work with you and make sure that you're implementing the advice and will help you make sure that you're hitting GM. Scalasty thing of Twitch Prime, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Can you watch the esports? Columns, why are you typing so weird like you're drunk all the time? Is that a phase, bro? Is that a phase that you pretend to be drunk? Columns, what is going on? 118 loot boxes gotta go. No. What I was about to say, dude, Rufasiano, I read kind of your messages and you're like playing quick play and all of that, and people blaming you and it's your team. First of all, quick play doesn't really matter in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, if you relatively even remotely care about improving in this game or ranking up, you should literally have 0 hours in quick play. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing, who cares about what your team is saying? Number 3, you could lose because of your team, but you can't not rank up because of your team. These are two different things. You will sometimes lose because of your team, but you will not rank up exclusively only because of you. Awkward is saying he's gonna buy me a PC if I rechamp. No, I have never said that, and no, I will not buy you a PC if you rechamp. Yo, I just hit Diamond for the first time ever, and you definitely had influence on it. Thank you. Happy to help, DB. Happy to help, dude. What are the loot boxes? Like chests? Yes, they give you skins. Why is your name awkward? No, it's not a story for another day. It is a story for another day.
I said forget about it, cuz.
Open them? No. If Columns get top 10, he deserves PC. I mean, he could get to top 10 if he stops pretending to be drunk and actually buy a PC because he has the money for it. Awkward, how do you play Sigma against Russian dive comp? You try to save your cooldowns and for after they use theirs and kill them with it by managing cover and distance properly and constantly applying pressure. You bait them into diving you, force their CDs. Once they're already in and have no CDs, now just fuck them up. The rock. What's your favorite quote? A broken clock is right 2 times a day. Not really. Okay, guys, I'm gonna queue into Cup. Again, the VOD review queue is open. If you're interested in getting your VOD reviewed, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, 5 VOD review, again, 1 per person. So if you've been VOD reviewed by me before, you can't have another one. Again, disclaimer, this is just a promotion for my service, rankupacademy.gg, and my private coaching, which is significantly more expensive. Depends on your budget. I would, again, you can shoot me a DM or Discord. Check out my Discord and check out the website to see what the people say about us. It will help you rank up, save you a lot of time thinking, what should I do? How should I improve? What is the problem? Etc. etc. If you remotely care about improving, you should at the very least check out our website or my Discord. If you could be the best at any sport in the world, which one would you pick and why? Probably boxing. Awkward. How do I play Zarya into full dive when the enemies just ignore and rotate away from me? Well, you don't let them ignore and rotate away from you. And you also, if they ignore you, just save the bubbles for your teammates and farm the charge that way. Your videos got me from silver to plat. I'm happy to help. My free videos are great. Check them out. If you're not familiar with my YouTube channel, check out the YouTube channel. Free value over there. How many hours in comp? I don't know. Overwatch 2? Good question. 2.2k hours. Would you ever do MMA, Awkward? Sure. I just like boxing, that's all. That's why I don't. It's not that I don't do MMA. I just like boxing. Sport. I also like wrestling, for that matter. Would you take a placement spot? Yeah. I mean, nothing changes with how you play, whether it's placements or you got the rank. Doesn't your parents tell you to get a wife? Laughing emoji 3 times. I'm not sure what's so funny about that question, but all right.
Select a map.
What do you think of the fight, Crawford versus Canelo? I thought Canelo was gonna win, but Crawford played the whoa. Crawford was great. Big performance, truly. Kane Coulter, you're gonna go next, my friend. You're gonna go next.
Select your hero.
I cooked you, bro. Don't just retire. I know. Don't they want grandchildren or something? I'll let you out a secret, okay? My parents are grandparents as well. Oh. Awkward. How do I consistently perform well? By following a simple fundamental rules and just try to do that. Watch some of the clips of Conor McGregor's coach grappling with some probably twice his weight. It's crazy how much grappling does in a fight. Yeah, grappling's great. Awkward, where are you from? I'm from Israel. What is your favorite character? Depends on the day, but Zenyatta. What are the fundamental rules of Overwatch? Damage, cover, distance, off angles, target priority, cooldown usage.
You are old enough to know.
Symmetra is banned, so we can't even TP.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Let's show 'em what we're made of.
Enemy spotted.
This guy.
Enemy over here. Watashi ga tsuike.
Isn't that little help here?
What? How did I miss everything here? Oh, he blinked of the map. Right.
Hey, a falling star.
I clicked E, but okay. I clicked E, but alright. Nice. Nice. Okay. Alright, good hook. Good hook by Booga. But we also lost one Super Prone.
I could use some healing.
Why did it take him so long? Whoa. Why did he be so far ahead? Nice shot by Zen. I want to get into the Kiriko. I want to get into Kitsune so I can farm my coolants back so I can double blink into a pulse. But I kind of like jump in open space, which is pretty bad. Not bad. Oh my.
Enemy here.
You're a real lifesaver. Enemy here. This.
Okay. Alright, what was that for? Okay, I did hit though. Oh my, okay.
I'll just take the objective. Nothing gets past me. Enemy over here. Who's on fire? I am. Back to the car. Hi there. Enemy here.
Got him somewhere.
Over there.
Hi.
I just keep making him shoot me for no reason.
Over there.
Enemy spotted. I'm on fire. Enemy over.
Yeah. What? I don't understand how badly I want to pulse, but I can't. I'm gonna force transcend my pulse.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Here comes a big reverse the time.
Of course. You know, isn't it great? Love it.
Keep an eye out. This guy. Taking the objective. Anyone in?
You're kidding me, bro. Okay, give me a break.
They're on the objective.
So annoying.
Over there. Get on this guy. Enemy here. Over there.
You got touch on that?
I can touch. I almost did. It almost happened again, by the way.
I can touch.
No.
Lost.
Okay. Whatever.
Score 0-1.
Problem is that I end up from Jen's face too much. I have to attack him where he's not looking.
Quick on our feet. Hard to defeat.
I actually like this Zara pick here, I'm not gonna lie.
Watch our flanks.
Take a
They might
pick.
try something.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Neutralizing projectiles.
You can go back on if you want.
Alright, I'm ready.
Yeah, whatever. We're going for it.
Ah, he just used their splice, that's crazy.
I bubble whenever you want.
Can you bubble me now? Never mind.
There's an enemy here.
Of course, dude, like, give me a break. Ah, it's a cast right click. Oh man. It's so hard to hit people that are directly under you. It's fucking annoying.
I think I hit the wall. Enemy contact. Over here.
There's an enemy here.
I could use some healing. Enemy spotted. This. Second chance. Enemy over here. Back in action.
I'll keep you. My ultimate's ready.
Let the Kitsune guide you. Sometimes it takes two.
There's an enemy here.
I'm on fire. Good. Look at me go.
Alright.
Enemy here.
That was nice. Thank you to Prime, Kelsa. I appreciate it, man. We're gonna go into the bottom view right after this game, man.
One bubble. Two bubbles, two bubbles, two bubbles. One HP, Zaya, one, this one.
There's an enemy here. Over there.
One bubble.
Over there. Over there.
Oh, okay. I'm going back to
Who's
point.
Omega?
Drowning him out.
I have bubble in 3 if you want to go here.
Alright. He's one, nice. I thought he would die a lot quicker than he actually did, I'm not gonna lie.
Time to ride into the sunset.
I thought the Zen would die a lot quicker than that. I was very sure about
Grab, force out rank, and then we can link it.
I can pulse if you hit it.
Yeah. I'll wait for bubbles to get out then. That's one bubble.
Yeah.
Two bubbles. That's right. 1-for-1 trade, 1-for-1 trade. Nice, you're one up. It's just Zaya Zen, Zen's in front.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Where's his grab? What the?
Round 2.
Oh. No, where's his grab? He just disappeared. What is that? Where did his grab go?
1-1.
Fuck. What happened to your pulse? It just there was nobody there. I just rushed it. I thought like I saw Ana there, and I pulsed because there was Ana there. I wanted to kill the Ana, but it's like okay, she's probably gonna be dead anyway. I didn't see that she's low HP. Should have been a little bit more patient.
This would be smooth sailing.
You don't have to say bubbles from anything. If you feel like you can use it on me, you can do it, but save it for yourself.
Capture the objective.
Don't worry, awkward man. I know what I'm doing.
They have Junkrat.
Enemy here.
Yeah.
Enemy here.
Please, slow, please.
He's low, Ryan low. Oh, dude, I thought I was behind the wall. My bad. Thought I was behind the wall. Ryan is still low. With no shield. No shield. Ryan no shield. Ryan no shield. Okay, that's shield now. Fuck, bro. Thought I was
Shoot
behind
one,
the
shoot one, shoot one. Run no shield, run no shield.
They jump into a trap. I'm so bad. So bad, dude. For some reason, I thought it was my trap. I can make this game so much more easy if I just played Hanzo. But nah, I'm not gonna do it.
You can look for high noon if you want.
Okay, bro. Why are they hiding like that?
I'm on fire. We're outnumbered. I could use some healing.
Enemy here. Get a load of this guy. Reverse the tide.
Force transcendent.
Let the kitsune guide you. Think twice.
No. Nice sleep, I guess. I don't think it was meant for me, but nice sleep.
We're free grab these, trying to wait for bubbles, and I'm just gonna grab man. They have nano for their Zarya though. One bubble.
Over here.
Fire at will.
He's lightning, he's way through. Send right. Send right.
I live here? Do they see me here? Probably, right? No, they don't see me here. Okay.
Okay, nano.
There's an enemy here.
Nano one.
Огонь по готовности.
So one. Nice. Zoe 1 HP, Zoe 1 HP.
They
Zoe
were at
1,
the tower on
get
me.
the trade, get the trade, get the trade, Zoe 1.
Back in the fight.
Push him off the board. Over here. There's an enemy here.
Zarya 1, Zarya 1, Zarya 1, Zarya 1. No! Dude! That fucked me up. Don't let Zarya die, don't let Zarya die. Oh man, how do I fucking walk into this? Don't let our Zarya die, we should be okay.
Back again. Did you miss me? Hey, bring the good kitty.
I can maybe touch. I can touch, I can touch.
Guide you.
Just kidding. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Another one, another one. Another one.
I can't kill Diana. I can't, I suck. I can't. I'm fucking ass, bro. Don't let them. Fuck! Played it really bad. It was because of me. Fuck! I couldn't kill Diana as well. But it's so bad. Fuck! My bad. It was because of me. Gonna lie.
Play of the game.
Alright. Send the code, send the hero, send the rank. Alright. Doomfist, I think gold elo because it's placement. Okay. So let's do Doomfist gold. Alright. Hello, Tagurit.
Ready for battle.
Gotcha.
Oh, 1 second. All right. You are a side of fries.
Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
Let's start. I'm assuming you're trying to punch people off the map. Is that the play? Soup. What do you think the problem is what you're doing right now? And that is probably like one of the only few questions that I that I'll ask this one. Kelser. Team could die while waiting for a punch here, like kind of doing this cheeky play to try to punch somebody off the map. But to be honest, your team is just getting walked by because there's no one applying any pressure. So your soldier will, I mean, could die. I don't know if he will die, but he could die. It's very close to dying. I guess it worked, but on the other hand, it also could not, like, it could have not worked. And the problem also with that, if it was like, for example, attack and no defense, which wouldn't have, like, the situation wouldn't have existed, is that your spawn is right here and you can get there fast. But if your teammates die, you lose one for quite some time. So if it works, it like just gives you extra 10 seconds. But if it doesn't work, you probably lose the fight, and your teammates will get back only like 20 seconds. Good slam here. Nice. Good, good, very good. I'll tell you this much. This is not a decision making of a gold whatsoever. You want to know what a gold player actually would do here? Punch. I have empowered punch. Let's kill the Bastion. Then would have died because he has no cooldowns. But good job for getting out. And the reason why this was good job because you had literally had no any other cooldown. You're deep into the enemy backline with no cooldown. So you use the only cooldown you have to disengage. Pretty good. Should have not punched the charge of Doom Punch, but it's okay. That was way too greedy, and the bigger problem here is that he was just like frontlining. What he could have done is like slam over here and make them look at you so your team can start shooting. Doomfist is not a frontline tank, right? Doomfist is really, really good at capitalizing on isolated enemies that are low because he's super mobile. But the way he creates space for the team is that he literally makes everyone look at him. And the way to do it is by either punching in or slamming in, right? And saving the other cooldown to get out. So what you should have done is slam here, everybody looks at you, and there's no chance that your team dies here. Or you die here for that matter, because if everyone looks at you, you're probably kind of expecting you can block or simply punch out. Like even without the dying part, made a mistake. Generally speaking, first of all, you went in 1v5. That's the first thing. So technically, you did the thing that I asked you to do. However, the bigger issue is that he did when you did it when all their cooldowns were available, because you blocking in front of a Doom Punch kind of fucks you over. They didn't really do much. You should have been a little bit more patient, let them waste their cooldowns a bit, play around natural cover, and then do the same play. Okay. Okay, you're playing way too passive. You and Genji definitely go for this Doom. You slam, you punch, whatever. You should have slammed though. Yeah. Took you long enough, but good job. Good. Pretty standard. So I want you to kind of like emphasize how Doom should be played, okay? In general, Doom should be played in a cycle of going in, getting out, going in, getting out, going in, getting out, and trying to farm your empowered punch as well, so you can go in and get kills, right? Because the only way to reliably get kills in Doom is with empowered punch. That's the best way to get kills in Doom, the most reliable way. Because if you get a good punch against the wall, they probably die, right? So you go in and get out, until like you farm empowered punches. One of the times that you will go in, there will be a time that it's like high likelihood of getting a kill. What do I mean by that? Maybe you got an empowered punch, so the next time you go in, you just like kind of put them against the wall and just kill them. Number two, maybe somebody will be extremely low by like you know, maybe your Hanzo is shooting, maybe your soldier is shooting. So they're low and you go in, they just die because they're low HP and can't defend against you. And number 3, they simply have no cooldowns to defend against you or heal themselves. So like Moira use Faye, then you go in onto Moira, she can't run away. She's like, again, high likelihood of her dying. So you want to have a lot of volume of going and getting out because 1, it distracts the enemy so your team can do a lot of damage. That in your next engagement, you could get the kill. And yeah, number 2, you simply will find a kill with an empowered punch or when they're low with no cooldowns. To explain. Good block. Kind of panicked there, almost died. I don't know how I didn't kill you. Okay. Yeah, that's a very gold thing to do. So it's like you're putting up a block and you shoots it. See, you got your empowered punch, and that's where you got the kill. You go in, you got out, block, empowered punch, you go in again, get the kill. Now, the only issue that I really had in this specific fight is that he used 2 cooldowns to get in. However, there's an exception to this. There are 2 exceptions as to when you can use 2 cooldowns to go in. Number 1, the very obvious one, is when you have ult. When you have your ult, you can just go in. Why? Because you're not worried about dying. Even if you have no cooldowns, you click Q and get away, right? And number 2 is when you are for certain are not going to die. So what is for certain is that if it was just soldier and you were full HP, you don't have to worry about using 2 cooldowns to get in because there's no way that it can somehow kill you with 550 to 525 HP and a block. There's no way.
Meteor strike.
That's a kill. Goodbye, Bastion. Right?
No place for you.
Playing pretty good right now. Making some mistakes, playing pretty good right now. You should generally, I think you should have set up over here and try like when they were under you, could have punched them into your team, or when they were under you, could have just dropped and distract them, or even punch them into the water if it's possible. Depends on the angle. It could have set up top, in short. But what you're doing is not like what you're doing is bad, but he could have set up top. Especially now when you have Doom went in, you could have, don't have to, but he could have contested the position. What is the problem with this play? What is the problem with this play? Asking the person is getting VOD reviewed, by the way, not the entire chat. What is the problem with this play? No cover right in front of them. That's one. You could have, if you get slept here, you die, right? But assuming you have the second perk that farms projectile, you live. But there's a bigger issue. What is the kill likelihood here? What is the kill likelihood here? It's low, but why is that? You know what? Let me rephrase the scenario actually. If you did the same thing, but here, if the enemies were here and you did this absolutely same thing, what is the kill potential? Higher and lower, and why? Higher because wall and water? No. No, because wall and water. No. I mean, here you kind of have wall as well. The water, but you didn't really punch anybody out of the water anyways. Not that. Not sure, because you can get followed up by your teammates. Your teammates are standing here, so if you fight here, they can actually follow up here. What could a soul? Look, what could anyone on your team do? Literally nothing. Virtually nothing. They're too far away to capitalize on the fact that you're like did anything. If you think that this half HP Ana lives when she's standing here in front of Moira and Soldier, nothing happens. Generally speaking, you want to engage where people can follow up on what you do. Whoa. Wait.
For the parched.
Let's watch this again. Now, as you've noticed, this entire team fight was because you used up all of your cooldowns before anybody could have even capitalized on what you do. There was no follow-up because you fought in a position, wasted everything in a position where there was like literally could not be any follow-up. You lost all of your cooldowns and lost all of your HP in a position that no one could follow up. Again, your team isn't really that close yet. I mean, you had your soldier that died to random stuff, but honestly, no, actually they were pretty close. But where's your Genji? Oh, okay. Another thing, you are kind of like in front of them. The only reason why this Ana is hitting the sleeves and you take so much damage is that you're constantly in front of them. And also, generally speaking, avoid using your block into punches. It's a consistent mistake that you make against 2 matchup, and it just like kills you over and over because of it. It fucks up your entire block. But also, don't try to avoid being in front of them. Try to be like punch people from the sides, from the back, and make them turn around and look at you, because that's how you create space in Doomfist. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Again, in front of their face, didn't really. You notice that you have no concept of what I would like to call soft dives, and I'm gonna quickly explain what soft dives are. Essentially, just a fancy word for setup, right? Like, and it's not exactly a fancy word for setup because there's another purpose of it, which is forcing cooldowns, so you can hard engage after. But you could have simply shifted here and just shot them from here. And then they would have all looked at you, tried to sleep you, tried to nade you, and it would have been in a position that they can't just push forward. And also, because you have cover, it's much more difficult to poke you out. And the purpose of these positions is that, number one, you're 1 second away from clean engagement and good access to backline and DPSs, which will inevitably force cooldown. So, like, for example, if Ana is standing here with Bastion, you stand over here, they can't really do any damage to you, and you can poke them. And also, if you were to drop and punch them, it's almost immediate sleep, nade, and grenade, and then you jump out. And now, your cooldowns are back within 4 seconds, but their cooldowns are back within 10 seconds. So you can soft engage, bait out the cooldowns, and go in. But you don't really do that. You don't really soft engage almost ever. You pretty much just go in and hope for the best, and then stay in front of the team and take a bunch of poke damage that forces you to get out all the time. You know? It's kind of a big problem. Like poking on Tracer, pretty much. But also, where would you poke on Tracer? In front of enemies like this? No, obviously not. You try to set up here so you can poke. Guys, how many viewers are there on YouTube and Twitch? I don't have the access to that anymore. Like here, for example, because your Reaper is dead, you can't really go in. Now, Bastion has used this turret form, which is a very dangerous form to you. Without this turret form, it's just less likely for you to die. What you should simply do is wait until turret form is over. Wait for your Reaper possibly to come back, or you don't really have to, right? You don't have to because you're closing on your ultimate. What you can do is walk over here, try to get a punch after the turret form is over, and hope for the best. Thank you, guys. 270 on Twitch, 114 on YouTube. Well, just fighting in the front line against the Doom. Empowered Punch is definitely not going to kill a tank. Notice again, I say this, not a single time the enemies had to do this motion. Why? Doom behind. Never. It's always Doom is in the front, let you shoot him down. That is why you're struggling to get any form of value. So what have you learned from the VOD of you on your Doom? Is that, number one, you are way too much in front of the enemies. And the problem with that, there are two problems. Number one, you get poked out. Always, you constantly take damage all the time, which doesn't, like, you constantly have to play defensive and get away because you can't get into a position because you constantly get poked out. And also, an angle that a lot of people don't think about is when you constantly take damage on tank, it means support have to heal you 24/7, which means that they're going to use utility on you. They're going to be focusing most of the heals on you when DPS can play aggressive and they could pocket him. You take a lot of resources from your support, it could go into resources into doing something that will win the fight. And problem number 2, if they don't turn around and they look at you, it means that you're not distracting the enemies, which means how are your teams supposed to capitalize on anything? Because you're supposed to be creating the space, right? So if you jump behind and everybody looks at you, it means that a Reaper can just literally just walk down and shoot them in the back. And problem number 2 is that you simply need to use your cooldown cycle to bait out cooldowns without hard engaging. So you slam behind them, you dodge the sleep, you maybe force an aid, you go, whatever. You punch in, they use sleep, they use nade, you get out. Now their sleep is an 8 and 10-second cooldown, and yours is like on a 4-second cooldown, and now you can hard engage. You bait out Bastion Torch Form, you bait out like Wu Yang Shift or Wave, you bait out Ana Nade and sleep, and then after you baited those cooldowns by soft engaging, you then hard engage when they have no cooldowns, and that's how you kind of get kills as well. Okay, that's the 2 main things you have to work on. Hey, Aqua, real question. What rank do you know how to play the game? Like, if Plat doesn't know, and I feel like me as GM Torp doesn't know shit about the game, when do I start to know the game? It's a difficult question. I think that you start knowing the game really, probably, when you hit champ. That's where you can say, you know what, I understand the game. I understand the game pretty much. Happy to help, King Culture. Dude, the VOD reviews are great. I'm on a good momentum with the VOD reviews. I feel like my explanations are well thought out, and I feel like my vocabulary improved. I enjoy them. They're kind of rolling. I like that. But now we got to have a redemption hour because we lost the game that was winnable if I played slightly better. So we're going to go back into DPS, but the VOD review queue is still open. So if you'd like to get VOD reviews, 5 gifted subs, no matter on YouTube or Twitch, you'll get VOD review. Now, that being said, it's only 1 per person. Just follow. Thank you, Sultan. Welcome to the stream. Do you know about my YouTube channel, Sultan? My YouTube channel has free stuff that will help you rank up. I'll tell you that much. Oh wow, the range on that is pretty shit. Not gonna lie. What do you have written on the screen? 5 subs or vote for something? Great question. Good question, Columns. Good question. What about 100 subs if you want a second vote? At that point, for that, I will recommend joining Rank Up Academy or do private coaching for that amount of money.
Select your hero.
Rank Up Academy is too expensive, but 100 subs isn't. That is crazy, Columns.
Choose hero balance.
If you play supported DPS and higher at support, which device for you to vote review? Support, because you would like to strengthen your strength and become even better. Also, 1 second. Do you think you're a good teacher? I think I'm a great teacher. Let's use this skin unironically. Let's use this skin unironically. That is
Cheers, love. It's time to save the world.
that is what, you know why I call this skin? That's a lesbian that has a cafe where they do things a little bit differently.
You would love that.
That is the name of the skin. Alright, let's TP.
From imperfection, we find a new world.
3, 2, 1.
Is Soldier a good pick in high ranks? Not a bad pick in high ranks.
Cheers, love. It's time to save the world.
Over there! Over here!
Alright, alright. Nice, monkey's dead. Wait. On top, on top. Okay, I can't be fighting over there. Like, I need to take this position. Fuck. Oh my god, if I would have died, I would have really pissed by the Kiriko. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Not really taking any health back, so sure.
You're no TP. Can you low? Nice.
What the fuck is happening here? What am I watching? I don't know. That boy right now. Uh-oh. Ah, that was a good dash. Yeah, there's no way he catches anybody without ult, ever. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Should have used beat though. Maybe he didn't get it. Get these pools for no reason. What the fuck? I blink into the health pack, but I guess I didn't. He's got a primal, that's good. First primal for no reason, even what they can. I mean, when I've lost the fight. Yo, Basketball, thank you for the 5 gifts, man. I really appreciate it. 1 second though, we're gonna get into Battlefield right after. No way I missed that. No way I just missed that. That was on him.
Okay. Hello.
Good, what the fuck? Pressure's gonna attack. Okay, I have a big problem here. Oh, he had more. Oh, he did the melee perk. I fucked up. Dude, he had the melee perk. I wouldn't have extended into the melee because I thought he had to reload. Actually, bad. Oh my god, my Genji's dead. 2 more. It's over. Fuck this up. Maybe we can win if I don't fuck up here. Maybe I can make a huge play. Of course, he just jumped. So fucking random, dude. So random. He just decided to fucking jump here. My bad. I mean, I guess my bad, but. Fuck.
Score 0-1.
Is Blink melee important to learn a tracer? Not until high ranks. No. Not important. Das. Be ready with the code and the hero and the rank.
From imperfection, we build a new world. Placing a turret here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Cheers up! It's time to save the world.
Love me a good tussle.
Okay, there, like on my Genji and then exactly. They have no trace and we still lose the fight. Oh. They have no tracer and we still lose this. It's kinda crazy. No, of course. Actually, Venture is a solid pick here. I like it.
Not in my vocabulary.
Claiming the objective.
Oh, dude, what am I doing? My bad. Who's that? I'm thinking of 5 gifted men. Thank you.
Got you staring.
That's why Awkward is never talking about Blizzard. I always talk about Blizzard.
Keeping the heat on.
Literally always.
Time to drop the bomb. Knockout.
Bring in the rain!
Moira. What? Like, how did I get there? Is my Venture alive somehow? No. No chance. Oh, okay. Genji's dead. That's good for us.
Perseverance is my middle name.
How? What?
I could use some
Alright, totally got me.
Plotting out the system. I have the objective.
Crazy. Crazy.
Over there.
Over here.
Enemy spotted.
Kinda crazy. How? Alright. Wow, the Moira dying. Give me a break. Alright, guy's dead.
Let's try that one more time.
Taking hold of the objective. Up.
Let's try something else. Who's on fire?
Round 2.
Fuck this guy, bro.
Have at me, you creeps!
I'll take a redo.
What's up, Zeno?
1.
On Rank Up Academy, do you help with multiple characters roll for one person, just for one subscription? I would not advise you, regardless, to do multiple rolls. It can help you multiple rolls, but that would be unproductive. If you'd like to rank up, stick to one roll. Mostly one here.
Tore this place up.
Bucky, thank you for the raid, man. Appreciate it.
You're a geneticist? If you're up for it, I bet our bioarchaeology team would love to have you.
And this was a rant.
Tell intriguing tales.
From
But my interest
imperfection,
lies with
we
the
build
living.
a
5,
new world.
4,
Come left, guys. Come left.
3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Cheers, love! It's time to save the world.
Okay, nice.
Have we been here before? Over there! I could use some healing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Enemy over here!
Tear it down!
Nice. Pretty good. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Good day, sir. Okay, that's not feed.
Bring in the rain!
Plotting out the distance.
Idiots. Ah, if I had one more blink, come on.
Give up? Not in my vocabulary. Enemy here. Enemy spotted.
No way, no way.
Enemy here.
Tear it down!
Back in the fight.
Surrender to my will.
There's one.
How did I not grab the whole time? Of course. Okay. Okay, sorry, I was super quiet because I locked in so hard. I locked into this game so hard. Didn't want to lose this. Did not want to lose this.
Play of the game.
with the lesbian skin. Alright. What's up, the one booster? Okay, we're gonna get into the VOD review. Who did the VOD review first? Who did the VOD review first? Let me check. Baskcliff, send me a code. What is the hero and what is the rank? Top damage tracer, yeah.
Ready for battle.
Gladiator, let me tell you something. If you're looking for the easiest thing to climb, you will never climb. That's just the way it is. Play whatever you enjoy, and that's it. And try to improve on that. Gold 2, Orisa, first playing Overwatch. Okay. Welcome to Overwatch, man, first of all. Is that you? Are you White Stripe? That guy? Already using the spear to get out of spawn fast. Love to see it. Is that the... Alright. Now, I need... This is console, right? I'm assuming this is console based on how everything moves here. Now, I have a question for you. Can you explain to me why you're going forward, backward, and backward? If this guy is just spitting, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? You could have just, like, walked here, just shot this guy, and maybe you just pushed him into your team as well. That could have been it as well. Why are you, like, going forward and backward if this guy is just spitting? What? I have another question to you. If you have 600 HP and all of your cooldowns available, why are you playing so passive? If there's a Torb here by himself, why are you playing so passive if you have 600 HP? The reason why I'm asking, it's not a rhetorical question like I make it sound, but rather like, why are you doing it from your perspective? I'd like to know. I've been struggling with getting melted, overthinking, positioning a lot. So let's make a rule of thumb. When you have a lot of HP, you're not afraid to play a little bit more aggressively. A little bit more aggressive doesn't mean running over here in front of 5 people. It means that, well, I can just kind of peek and shoot and maybe utilize cover. Every time, by the way, you see somebody by himself, you automatically, by himself that you can kill, you automatically use your spear to get close to him. What he could have done right over here is simple. This guy's by himself, you click spear, run into this guy, and either push him off the map or simply kill him. And also, this would have probably saved your Ashe as well, because he would have blocked damage for the Ashe. So automatically should have speared here, not playing passive. These two are free kills for you. Symmetra and Torb. Again, you spear, but like, you do this motion. Forward. There's a Torb in the middle of the point, yet you decide to push the person that is hiding next to his team. I like the 45. I mean, I'm okay with the 45, rather. Now, out of curiosity, Bass, you have to understand that the least killable target most of the time is a tank. It's the hardest character to kill. They usually have a lot of HP, barriers, etc., etc. When are tanks killable? When they have no cooldowns or where they're low. So ideally, if you have the option to not shoot a tank and shoot at somebody else, you do so. What I mean by that is that you shoot a tank, you see that it's not going anywhere. You hear footsteps on the left. Here you go. That's your target. You automatically spear, get to this guy, and kill him. Yeah, that's what he did. Eclipse for 5 subs. You're gonna go after Zeno. Here, you see, like this guy's 1 HP in front of your face, but you're shooting at a full HP Reinhardt for some reason. That's the problem. The reason why you're losing this fight is because, again, you have 600 HP, full cooldowns, yet you, for some reason, play passive when the enemies just keep overextending. And you're just shooting the Ryan forever. Here, what you should do... I mean, Ryan is kind of killable. You can spear him off the map or push him off the map. If you click your spear here, just push him off the map or javelin him off the map. But on the other hand, hey, here's this guy by himself. Could have went for him. But Reinhardt is the right target right now because he actually is killable. You were very, very hesitant. Like, here, you should have just used your spear and go in. But you're walking, you're shooting, you're pausing, and only then you're clicking the ability. Should have killed him a long time ago. Nice, 45. You overextend, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. The only person who's been shooting so far is a Reinhardt. Problem number 1 is your target priority. Problem number 2 is you play too passive. You see enemies low HP next to you running around, you don't even try to kill them. Playing too passive in short. And also, I have a question. You said I've had a problem with positioning overextending. If you've been playing for only a couple weeks, how do you even have a problem in the first place? You haven't been playing long enough to even have problems, man. But again, tank. But you see, it's not going anywhere. But instead of like trying to shoot a tank here, it's okay. If the tank is standing here and his team is over there, let's avoid this whole sequence of events and just go see where I can get kills that are not tank. Okay, you're kind of walking there. I like this. Again, you're kind of like not doing much. Nice. Okay. You see what happens when you attack enemies that are not a tank? They just explode, especially when they're not paying attention. When they're not paying attention, in the middle of the team fight. Nice, Mercy. Good. Nah. That fight was... great job. I mean, you were playing too passive here initially. I'm not sure why you like kind of went back and forth here and just did the whole sequence of events. But after, it kind of worked out in your favor. So you play aggressively, you focus targets can actually die. And things happen. Unfortunately, you die, but it's alright. It's okay. Generally speaking, if a Reinhardt needs to be close to swing on you, and you don't have to be close to shoot him, there's no point to being close to him in the first place. Okay, guys, start to squid is right now the last in the water views. The queue is closed because there are 3 other people after, and I want you to pile up. So, if you're interested in water views, the queue is closed for now. You're using spear for absolutely no reason here. So, Fortify, I understand. To be honest, you should have not used Fortify. Let him charge in. Who cares? You just avoid him and then go for his backline. Okay? That's the first thing you could have done. But I don't blame you for doing the Fortify. But if you're using the Fortify, why do you use the spear? And why are you running away? Why are you running away? I'm okay with that ult. I'm okay with that. You guys are using 5 million ults, but to be honest, it's not really your fault.
Taking the point. Jump in if you like.
If instead of shooting a tank, you would have shot the Mercy, probably would have worked out in your favor a little bit more. But he's inevitably dead because he's facing 1v5. Tank is dead. Nice corner. Good job. Nice. Good. Here you didn't overstep. You didn't die. You didn't feed. Great job. To be honest, you can throw... You see the Symmetra by yourself, you automatically spear. In. Go in. And then javelin her against the wall and kill her. But you see that she's by herself, but you just... It's almost as if she's non-existent. If somebody's behind a wall, doesn't mean that it just disappeared. Should have just ran and killed him. So, in short, what are the problems that we're seeing here for a guy that had been playing Overwatch for 2 weeks? First of all, welcome to Overwatch, man. Gold is definitely great for the amount of time that you've been playing, but there are two big problems. Number one, you're generally speaking playing a little bit too passive. Now, the way to play aggressive, by the way, and without dying is, first of all, understanding where your team is so you don't overextend so they can help you at any point in time. So, for example, you being here when your team is here is really bad. But you being here when your team is right behind you is okay. Okay? That's the first thing. And the second thing, the way to play very, very aggressive without dying is utilizing natural cover, utilizing the corners. So instead of being here, you would be here. Why? Because if you get shot, you can do this. Here, you have to go back and left, which is a longer motion, which means you will take more damage. So wherever you push and wherever you're taking poke, just utilize natural cover. Anywhere around the wall. You want to play around corners. So the first thing is that you're playing too passive. The way to play more aggressive, utilize corners and pay attention. Your team is in a position they can follow up. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that your target priority overall can be way better because you're focusing the tank way too much. You're focusing the tank way too much. And every time you actually didn't focus tank, it was great. So if you see somebody's by himself, automatically, unless it's an overextension that he's standing next to 5 people or whatever, spear into him and try to kill him. If by himself, Orisa is great at 1v1s. And also try to kind of you see that the enemy Ryan or enemy tank is jumping into the backline. Instead of trying to constantly kill him, go for his backline because they're probably going to be trying to help him and his supports are probably going to try to heal them, which will put them out of position, which then you could capitalize on. The least killable targets for you is a tank. Try to avoid shooting tank as much as you can. Not always you can. Sometimes it's going to be in front of your face and sometimes he's going to be low and sometimes he will actually feed and you will be able to kill him. But if you see that he's just Ryan is holding a shield in front of you, try to figure out, okay, why am I just sit here shooting a shield when there's DPS to my left that I can kill? That is the two main things that you have to work on. Playing more aggressively, and also target priority. Try to find any picks that you can that are not the tank. iTrue Zeno is Echo Diamond 1 Masters 5. iTrue Zeno, by the way, is the guy that challenged us for 150 euros to do the Echo challenge with less than 4 deaths, which we succeeded after 3 tries in the 3rd try. Now we're going to review his VOD. Thank you for the 5 gifted, and thank you for making fun challenges over here, Zeno. I appreciate it, man. Okay.
Ready for battle.
Hello, Romano. How you doing, man? Good to see you here. Even if I send virus links, Awkward wouldn't ban me. I would ban you if you did a virus link. And then Column says, true, you give him money. That's not why I don't ban Deleted Mode, because even if you wouldn't give me money, he's not pretending to be drunk like you, Column. And he's a normal chatter. Thanks for the help, Awkward. I find myself doing that when the versus is going versus Ryan because constantly my team dies to his charges when I don't stop him. Well, the thing is, if your team dies to his charges, the question would be, why aren't you trading more kills compared to the enemy Ryan? It's harder to kill, and it's harder to kill people on Ryan than it is on Orisa. Okay, let's start over right after that. Main shooting, okay, fine, great. Nice. So Zeno, I like the poking phase, I like the poking phase. I like that you constantly do damage. There are 2 things that I've noticed at the beginning. Enemies are top right by themselves, no supports, they're half HP and you hit some really nice stickies. Naturally, what I would expect you to do is actually push forward. These are 2 free kills. Half HP, you and Soul should definitely get those kills, but they have no support. So you played that one a little bit too passive, right? And the second thing is that, let me show you, kind of like this flight is a pretty random one. a flight could be used for poke, but on Echo, it's mostly a disengage ability. It's mostly an ability, I am in danger, let me get out, a lot of times, right? And then you'll probably ask, well, if I use the flight to disengage, how am I supposed to use it to do damage and get kills? Well, the answer is pretty simple, Zeno. The way I would play this, or any great Echo player for that matter, is instead of using your flight here, you could have walked, drop, sticky, try to assassinate, boom, fly out. That's what you should have done. This flight essentially served no purpose. Same, this flight also served no purpose. You could have done absolutely the same thing that you did right now by literally clicking W and beaming, and maybe Ana was like, oh, I want to sleep, I want to kill him. Boom, you fly out. See, the problem with this play is if Ana was me, you would have been dead. You just used a flight in front of an Ana. All she had to do, walk here, sleep, you're dead. But here, if you were in this position doing this thing and you would have seen an Ana looking at you, like, ah, bye. And then he would have not died. Here, you see, you're in danger, use your flight to get out. But it only worked out because Diana was not playing well. Again, kind of like, I'm okay with that flight, kind of creates an angle, but also, instead of leaning left side, lean to this side where the enemies have to split the attention. They have to look at you or the right side. The problem now, they just peek, they see you and the team. That's the problem. Instead of separating yourself from the team, you're just flying above them, which doesn't give you an advantage, or as big as an advantage. Here, you're kind of in an aggressive position, use your flight to get out. You see that, Zeno? You're in an aggressive position, use flight to get out. Very, very risky play, but you need to kind of maybe try to equal things out. I think you should have waited for your team though, because it's a solo. Worked out. Nice play. Forgot to use Helix rockets. Do you think people send the game when they play best? Pretty frequently, yeah. Here, I like the angle, but here, playing too passive. They're really far back. You can get way closer. You can go here. You could have been here. You could have tried to assassinate and use your flight to get away, but, you know. Whatever, you want to keep this angle, it's not that bad. Pointless flight. Instead of using that flight, you could have hide over here, wait for him to cross, and then go in. Try to assassinate with stickies and shots, and bye-bye.
Heroes never die.
That's the problem. Should have beamed, should have beamed. You were very late with the beam. Could have killed him with a beam. You're fighting a pointless 1v1. What is the Venture gonna do over here at all? The Venture here doesn't do anything. You could have just ignored and killed the rest of the enemy team because Venture doesn't do anything from this position. You just ignored. Nice. Here, all you have to do is do this and use your flight. Ah, why are you so passive? Then no one is paying attention to you. Here, you have your flight again. You go here. Boom. Boom. Literally just walk in his face. No one's paying attention to you. It's free shots here. And then you just use your flight to get out. Use your flight to get out. You're playing very, very far away, and that's why you're missing a lot of these shots. You see, the flight was pointless. Flight was pointless.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Well, you already lost the fight, so. I want to watch the attack a little bit. Oh, they capped the 3? Okay. I understand why, though. Being honest. I can already tell you what the problem is. It's exactly the same problem on defense. You just play too passive. Instead of getting close and using your fly to get out, I skipped from here to here, and you haven't moved from this position. You flying here and shooting doesn't do anything for you, Senna. Doesn't do anything for you. You're not gonna get kills there, anything. You're not gonna get any value here. What you should have done is actually pretty straightforward. Fly here, boom, get here, and then you can walk here. Sticky, bye-bye, bye-bye, well, anywhere. Use your, yeah. He's trying to play his own challenge. Hey, maybe. You see, this doesn't do anything. What you're doing right now, it's zero value. Zero value. But on the other hand, if you went here, and when his soldier's looking main and Wuyang, boom, that's a kill. Oh, soldier turns around, I fly out. So, Zeno, the problem is that you simply don't get enough kills. Now, why don't you get enough kills? Because most of your shots are from far away. You're very rarely finding yourself next to enemies that are not the tank that you can just like sticky shoot, beam, or just double shot, beam, or whatever. Very rarely. So, what you should be doing way more often is try to sneak up on enemies where they don't pay attention, try to assassinate them, and then use your flight as a disengage ability. Now, I'm not saying that every single time that you're using flight is to run away and disengage, because sometimes, as you understand, when there's nothing happening, you can kind of use it for poke purposes. But at least half of the time, it's going to be you going in from where they're not paying attention to, right? Try to like assassinate them with stickies, beam, whatever it may be, and then when they pay attention, use your flight to disengage. So in short, play a lot closer to the enemies when they're not looking from, and use your flight as a disengage abilities to make sure you don't die in those positions, instead of just poking constantly from far away and being in front of the enemies. When I say in front of the enemies, I mean above your team. You have to understand, when a soldier is looking at your team, he sees you in the sky. So you essentially don't force him to do like turn around or anything like that. It's very easy to get value from his perspective. All right, Eclipse with a 5 gifted. Send a code, send your rank, and send your hero. Guys, again, if you've been VOD review today and you would like for my team and I to make sure that you're on the right path in order to rank up and you're doing the things that you're supposed to do in order to rank up based on the feedback of the VOD review, rankupacademy.gg, or you can shoot me a DM for my private coaching. It's just a larger budget. It costs more. Either send me a DM on Discord or rankupacademy.gg. You can see what the people say about us either on the website or my Discord. All right. Winston, I'm Diamond 2. I'm Kivriel. Game on Nepal, 54-6 and lost. First fight was catastrophic, but I did better after. Okay. Does Awkward react to cheating accusations? What do you mean?
Ready for battle.
All right, Winston. 490 subs, you're doing good? Yeah. Close to 500. 10 more for 500. Very close.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
And Monster is like €1 for him, bro. Monster here is like €2. Okay, I understand why it was catastrophic. I get why it was catastrophic. I think you were trying to jump on the Mercy, and he just kind of like fumbled, but it's okay. Yeah, I get it. I understand what happened. Since you said that you fucked up the first fight, I get it. Okay, it was like kind of not a fundamental fuck up. It was kind of like just unfortunate timing. Generally speaking, as Winston, you will never be able to walk through the door post retake. Never. Just avoid that position. You either go here and then try to take the high ground here with a bubble and distract them so your team can walk outside of the chokes, or you walk here, force point, or take the high ground or whatever. You cannot walk to this tiny door. It will not work. Just that's a general tip for this map. This whole thing is a waste of time what you're doing right now. Oh, well, I guess not if this Doom is trolling. Nice, good target. I don't know what this Doom was doing, but alright, I mean, I guess you got way too greedy here. You have a jump, you're 30 HP. There's virtually no point for you even to be standing here. You should have just simply jumped out. Simply jumped out ASAP, make sure you don't die. Greed. Careful. Even with the Reaper in the enemy team? What do you mean, even with the Reaper in the enemy team? You're talking about walking through a tiny door? You don't walk through tiny doors against Reaper, of course, holding the choke. You said you completed the Echo Challenge. Did I pay? Yeah, you did. Don't worry about it. You of course did. You said that here's the price, here's the challenge, and I did the challenge. You paid the price. Kept your word like a man should, you know. So again, what is the question? Eclipse about the Reaper. I mean, to force them to rotate. Confused. Who forced who to rotate? You're not forcing anybody to rotate. Like what he said, I jump here and put a bubble. It means the people will be looking at you and try to chase you. And if they look at you and try to chase you, it means that your team can just walk through the chokes for free because nobody's going to pay attention to them. That's what I meant. Please engage here, alright?
Like a gentle rain.
Let me ask you a question. What was the bubble for here? Eclipse, what did you use the bubble for? To isolate Soul healing, but she has it slide. And you don't really isolate healing as well because they also have a mercy. So I like this play. What I expect you to do now is drop on the supports here. That's what I expect you to do. That's a good soft dive. You're setting yourself up. Okay. What was the bubble for here? Second bubble in a row were pointless. I mean, Ana walks into that, so he can say it worked, but definitely not the right intention. Also, I'm not a big fan of you going on the Soj. It ended up working out, but I'm not sure why the Soj decided to run away from her support. She should have went for the support instead. Because if one support was next to Soj, just like the Mercy, she wouldn't have died. But on the other hand, if you attack Ana, for example, or the Mercy, they're focused on pocketing each other, which means that they cannot heal their teammates that are taking damage from your team. I double when I dive. I think it's a reflex. It's probably one of the most common reflexes that Winston players have. They always jump and place a bubble, but you have to understand that your bubble needs to have a purpose. If you can jump without using a bubble, well, why do you want to use the bubble? Right? You want to use your bubble when it's actually needed. When is it needed? When people are looking at you and shooting at you, or if you want to isolate heal. Nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here you don't press the bubble for some reason. You should have pressed the bubble. You would have probably saved yourself here. You use Primal because you didn't use the bubble. I don't like the problem with the Primal here is that the Primal would probably warn you the next fight, and now you're using it because you didn't use your bubble. Kind of like a very, very risky play against a better team, and Ana hits a nade, Ana hits a sleep, you die. Kind of like, you should have not done that. You should have just simply juggle pick with some right clicks to farm your ult back. Or let me propose an alternative. You could have jumped here, landed here, zapped them from above. If they somehow somehow they get an angle and you place a bubble, which will extend, allow you to extend to just simply jump away. If you wanted to do the same play. Why bubble here? Think about it. Why bubble here? Do not say isolate heals. Why bubble here? Eclipse. He was isolated. Yes, but the problem is he's a full HP Doomfist. Do you think anyone could really kill him? Even with no heals? Definitely not. You would have an argument. You would have a point if he was like maybe half HP. You know? Get the point? It was dumb of me. No, it wasn't dumb. It wasn't dumb. It was just like purposeless. Like it had no intention. Because now, into all of this ultimates, a bubble would have been pretty damn useful. Because when they would have went in now, what he should have done is kind of jump here and place the bubbles to protect your teammates. And then they had nothing to do. If you only had your bubble, if you didn't use it for no reason. Love this play. Really love this play. This bubble was like unnecessary yet, but to be honest, there was no harm since you already killed Diana anyways. So. And also like you already won the fight anyways. There's good target priority there on Diana. Like, okay, the bubble here is not very problematic because the fight is not going to start anytime soon. However, you never know sometimes how a fight is being played out because your Genji is clearly overextending here, and maybe he will dash out and hit a wall, for example, and then he would probably need to jump in and save his life with a bubble, right? So, like, you didn't really need to get a bubble in here. And bubble is your most important cooldown because it's the one that allows you to overextend into the enemy lines and stay safe while applying a lot of pressure and distracting the enemies. And that is why you don't want to use your bubble until you have to. Because once you hard engage, you will have to. Whoa, what happened here? Okay. Okay, win the first round, pretty good. Look, you play well. Don't get me wrong, you play well. Right now, the main issue is that you just like wait. Oh, okay, he's in an ad. Okay. What is chat talking about now? I wasn't paying attention. I was just like focusing the VOD. Since he's in an ad, what is happening? This guy's rage baiting? Yeah, it's because it got destroyed in the debate on my Discord, so he's mad. He has to come here. He's really mad. You know why he's mad? He's mad that I logically destroy him in debates, and then I'm also significantly richer than him. So it makes him really pissed off. So he has to show up in my chat and be like, hey guys, don't get coaching from Awkward because he makes money and it makes me really, really envious. So not only I am smarter and destroy him in a debate, I'm also richer and I'm also stronger. That would make somebody really, really upset. And more humble, correct. It's so interesting because 99% of inclusive streamers would ban this guy after like 2 messages. Yeah, probably. Alright, Eclipse, welcome back. So right now, what I said is that you play really, really well. However, you tend to use your bubble for no reason. That's the kind of the main issue right now. But let's see what happens afterwards. You play well, but you tend to use bubble for no reason. Big problem here. Not a big fan of you walking literally into the front line and taking 200 damage in the process. I like that he didn't use your bubble and jump out, but I could have presented a very easy alternative. You could have walked here and zapped him from here and then place a bubble, had to cut off the heals, and then jump out instead of just walking in the front. You could have like got the element of surprise on them. Don't have to be fancy like that. Don't have to be fancy like that. Let me explain something to you, and let me explain why Messi's argument is really, really stupid. You can do everything by yourself. The question is, how long will it take you? It's like saying, yeah, like, why would you pay for a car when you can just walk to work? Because walking to work will take you 5 hours and driving there will take you 20 minutes. You can fix your car by yourself. Just watch your YouTube videos. Yes, but you need to go buy the stuff that you need to do in order to get a car. You need to make sure you don't mess up, because messing up could cost you some money. It could fuck up your car. And also, it will take you a very, very, very long time. So I like the right-click poking. They're down monkey. Your Genji is going in. So instead of placing a bubble over here for no reason, you could have just ignored the Reaper, which doesn't really favor you in a 1v1 because you cannot kill a Reaper in a 1v1. Should have jumped here with your Genji, zapped these boys with a bubble, and they would have been dead. Right now, I suspect your Genji will die. That's my suspicion. No? Oh, he did die, yeah. Where are you from? I'm from Israel. They say like, but again, I ask, why bubble? I mean, you should have jumped when they looked at you and started shooting at you. That's where you would have used your bubble, because right now your bubble is kind of sitting in a position that is not the greatest for you. Because if you would have saved your bubble for a second and would have placed maybe here, you wouldn't be able to get healed at all, not from the pal, not from the Moira, and then he dies. Like where does this all go wrong though? Confused. Where does this all go wrong?
This ends now.
Okay. All right. Okay, I mean, you're going by yourself. There's literally no one even nearby to help you out. Look where your team is. Look where you are. Most of the time, this doesn't happen. But by the way, this really couldn't happen the first map, and I'll explain why. The reason why this type of stuff couldn't... I mean, it could, but it was very hard to get into this type of situation where you go in 1v5 on the first map is because the first map is a lot smaller in size. So it's just like less likely for you and your team to be separated. But as soon as the map is by itself, all of a sudden you're finding yourself pretty much by yourself isolated and end up dying. Like, this situation should almost never happen. This would be great if your team was here, because then they would all look at you and die. because they're all looking at you. So what you have learned today, Eclipse, is two things. Number one, you rush your bubble. Try to be a little bit more patient with your bubble, okay? Make sure that it's like placed when you actively are taking damage, or you need to isolate heals. When a Doom is full HP, you definitely don't need to isolate heals because he's not going to die and just a waste of bubble, right? So he trades literally one cooldown for your, like one cooldown of 4 seconds for your like 12-second cooldown, however that may be. Probably more now. The second thing is that I think that you play really well. However, this type of situation should very rarely happen. And this type of situation could easily be fixed with one low thing. Doing this motion. You look back. Oh, my Ashe is there. I definitely do not jump here. You know, I can't really jump because my team is not ready to capitalize on the distraction that I cause. So look at your team way more often to determine, like, can people follow up on my dive? And if they can't, you can just do soft dives. So like, what are soft dives? You could, for example, like just jump over here and zap them from above, or like use some right clicks, because this doesn't really endanger you because they can't really reach you. I mean, some of them could. You can also kind of drop here behind the cover and then just jump back if you wanted to. Yeah, it was the only time I did it. Yeah, I understand. So the main one is the bubble, but also the only time I did that, the thing is that it's the only time it happened. But I haven't seen you turn around to look at your team at any point in time in the VOD at all. And it worked smoothly because your team was kind of ready to follow up, but it kind of like happened naturally rather than you knowing it for sure. So more purposeful bubbles. Pay attention to your team can follow up on what you do. And more first, like, you know how you did the soft dive, jumping on top at first to set up, and then you dropped in the enemies? I'd like to see more of that. That was really, really good. But you just kind of stopped doing it throughout the match. Not that there were a lot of opportunities to do so, but in general. Okay, Star to Squid. Star to Squid, I remember your nickname. I remember your you're a Doom player, right? Aren't you? Star to Squid. I'm pretty sure you used to be a Doom player by any chance. I remember your nickname. Rhino TP? Hello, Awkward. Do you plan on making a guide for Sojourn? I could get a lot of videos about her in the future. Yeah. Okay. Let's get to it. Reinhardt Masters 1. First of all, very high rank, man. Congratulations. Name is Feedheart.
Ready for
Okay.
battle.
Okay, Feedheart.
They have. Look alive out there.
First of all, I really like that you're holding the corner. What I don't like is they're using your Fire Strike on a full HP Diva. This literally get no value, and also against Diva, it's the worst target because it can be Matrix. What you should have done is the Fire Strike over here. And also, to be honest, I mean, right now, there's nothing stopping you from swinging a couple times over here like this onto the enemy backline. But a Fire Strike should definitely be on the backline. You shouldn't have given that space too much. Like, I'm not saying you should have stayed here forever, but you shouldn't have walked here. I mean, got a shield, you could have kept the space over here. Worst case scenario, you back out to pawn, your team just gonna circle around. Give space for free. Doesn't do you any justice. Oh, okay, nice. I mean, nice. Good. Nice try. How'd I get a bottom view? 5 gifted, but right now the queue is a little bit paused. How long have I been streaming for, chat? I wasn't. Ah, no, I actually see it now. 4 hours almost. 3.5. Good. 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 Pretty good. Pretty good.
Let him take it.
Okay. Really good play. I like that you're like holding a shield and blocking 2 supports and also potentially Hanzo while your entire team kills the diva. I like that. Good job. Overall, really impressive so far. Yeah, that was kind of a troll. I'm not sure why he stood AFK, but kind of a troll.
Plotting out the dig site.
Well, this fight you cannot lose. The DPS got 2 picks. I really hope you don't shatter here. I really hope you don't shatter here. Here, for example, you can shatter. This would be a good shatter. I was about to say, good job. Really good. Now, I want to explain the reason why I said you need to shatter here is because he's 300 HP and they're also going to be very aggressive here and line up for a shatter. Because he's 300 HP, really good shatter. So let's see, where does it go to shit? Kind of playing really well right now. Next map, I'm assuming. Okay. Really good overall. I really like what you're doing here. Okay. You walk here, you only see a Winston Wuyang over here, and you see that the enemies are on the right side. What you should do is very simple. You should just push aggressively here because there's literally no one to kill you from there on the other side. What you should have done as soon as you realize 3 people on the right side, 2 on the left, just push the left. So you have 2 things. You either kill them there or you force them out. Holding the corner here when you have a clear advantage on this part of the map is pointless. You are playing way too passive considering they give you space for free and they give you the opportunities for free. Not a big fan of this play. I know it seems like it is good, but Winston is literally unkillable in full HP, even if you charge him. Instead of utilizing that charge, you potentially could have went for the Wuyang and killed him instead. It's like overall bad target priority. Not every charge that you hit is a good play. Made a very big mistake at the beginning, cost you a fight. You had the opportunity to push them away, and you let them just kind of like... The worst thing that can happen to a Reinhardt, by the way, the worst thing can happen to a Reinhardt is when you're playing against mobile characters, getting surrounded. Getting surrounded, allowing the enemy team to surround you. That's the worst thing that can happen. And you're like standing right at the center. When you're noticing that the enemy team starts surrounding you, what you should do is push where the least of the people are. Because that's where your kill potential is. And also, it kind of messes up their entire, what they're trying to accomplish with surrounding you. Because if the Wuyang is low, they're gonna come to help him. And then it just kind of fucks up their entire dive. Or their entire rush, whatever it may be. What the hell is happening here? Here, I don't mind this charge. This guy's kind of is feeding. Nice. Good job. Good charge. Here, on the other hand, the Winston was very killable because he used his jump. And he was next to your team as well. Oh, man. Nice. Nice. Okay. I didn't think you needed to charge. Okay, I like what he did here. I really like the charge here. It kind of forces enemies to push you. Unless they're intelligent, which then they ignore you. Right. Really good. From them, I mean, what you should have done, this is the type of scenario. You either go swing on these people, or you walk here. And if you walk here, it's just very, like, you either cut them off, and these guys cannot kill your team 4-2. I mean, they could with ults, but not very likely. And if you go here, these people turn around and chase you, which allows your team to walk forward. What you're doing, backing out here to shield, is not bad, but it's also doesn't really do much. Again, use your shatter and charge. I know you didn't mean to solo shatter the Winston, but yeah, as you can see, charging a Winston when he has all of his cooldowns doesn't really do any favors.
Come here. I can heal you.
So, started Squid, do you understand why you got ruled in this match? Now, after I explain, do you understand? Can you simplify for me in the chat? Why did you get a role in this map? Getting surrounded, a bad target priority. Like, yes, you allow them to surround you. So when you're noticing you're getting surrounded, simply push into where people that you can kill are. Understand? Not Winston, not Reaper, but Lucio Wu Yang staying over here. If you push them and swing on them, it forces them to, like, you're forced to split the dive. And your team will not die a 4-on-2. Like, Winston Reaper is not going to kill 4 of your teammates. Right? They could easily protect themselves. But on the other hand, if you push their killable targets, you kind of force the enemy team to, first of all, not heal the people that are diving, but also kind of force other people to come and help them, which cuts the dive. It splits their attention. Okay? You get surrounded and like you're right in the middle. But also, yeah, a lot of your target priority is on Winston. A lot of your charges are on Winston. They don't do much. Actually, the best case scenario for them is for you to charge to Winston. All right, let's move on to the next round. Kind of curious. Because here it shouldn't have really happened because the map is quite small. All you have to do here is hold the corner. You don't need to push anything. Great. I really hope you don't charge here. All you have to do is hold the corner. I meant charge here. This charge was alright. To be honest, if you let them push forward, for example, here's your guy. Let's go and kill him. They use shout, they use speed. This is your time to strike. You need to play way more aggressive after they use the cooldowns. So they use all of their cooldowns, you use barely any of yours. After they use shout and they start backing up, you need to play way more aggressive. Because they have no cooldown to protect themselves nor kill you. And now they have their cooldowns again and now you die. Because you didn't capitalize based on the fact that they don't have cooldowns. You can swing your hammer way more often. Like for example here, why are you putting on a shield? You're 650 HP, 600 HP. Just swing it. Also Reaper no fade, you're playing way too scared. This charge was actually pretty damn nice, but he should have applied a little bit of pressure before he did that. Like swing your sword a little bit more often. Here, go swing. They have no shout. They use their shout. Playing very passive. Don't exactly understand this charge here. I mean, the more you go to the front line to protect your team, that's exactly what you shouldn't do. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but at this type of scenario, you don't want to be with, like, you wouldn't want to be here because you don't want them to surround you. Instead, you would much rather go to perhaps this position, right? And if they ignore you, you can just charge back without them paying attention or even shadow. Awkward question about cover usage. How do you build your spatial awareness so you know how to use cover against not only people who are fighting, but also using cover people around you? Experience. And also know enemies when enemies will push you as Tracer in high lobbies where you're getting marked by a Lucio Tracer. Experience. But the best way to know for sure is by looking at them. Are they looking at you? Are they going to shoot me? Yes, let's play close to cover. Now, you are going here and charging back is a good play. The problem is that by the time you went here, they already managed to surround you. You allowed them to surround you. That's the problem. And by the time you went here, they're already in your team. You want to go here and be ready to charge back to your team because you make visual contact with them. So, like when people ignore you, that's where you want to get killed. Enemies you shout, you have to sustain the shout. Good. Nice shatter, really good shatter. Good charge. He's not paying attention. I assume he would die because he's not paying attention. Never mind. Get back. Aye. Okay. So in short, I really like the way he plays Star Squid. The first one was Chef's Kiss, really, really nice. The main issue is that you allow yourself to get surrounded. Now, again, what should you do when you're getting surrounded? You separate yourself from the team for one of two purposes. Number one, you let the enemy team chase you, which allows your team to live. If the enemy team is good, they will ignore you, which then you could capitalize the fact that they're not looking at you to literally just charge behind them and start swinging on them. Okay? Or you completely, if you see that the enemy team is separated, you can go for the targets that could be killable. So if Junker Queen Reaper over here, and you see Wu Yang Lucio over there, you can charge over there and deny these two. Because the enemy team that is charging your team, they're not very likely to win against them 4 on 3, especially when they have no heals and you do. They're overall pretty good. I think you will hit Grandmaster in no time. Just if you put yourself in like a good understanding what you need to do against compositions that don't fight you head on. So that also will require for you to not use your charges randomly, by the way. You need to use your charge with a purpose. Like the purpose of the charge is enemies that I can kill standing over there completely isolated from the team. I want to go for them. Or I walk, separate myself from the team, let the enemy team get close to my team so then I can charge from behind. Hey, Awkward, can you do a VOD of a friend of mine is stuck a diamond after 4K hours? We can do that if you put 5 gifted subs for them, yes. So counter dive when possible? Yes, but the counter dive is not going to work if you're just like holding shield with your team, you understand? Counter dive will work when the enemies are running at your team and just like charging them from behind. I don't understand how he don't die by charging alone at them because Lucio Wu Yang are not going to kill a Reinhardt. That's how. I need to charge the enemies that are isolated, which they can't kill him. And if by any chance they like, oh, Reinhardt is charging my backline, let's turn and chase him. Well, that's good because now your team can walk forward and shoot them at the back. Issues they can run away easily, I think, yes, but he still have the purpose of cutting off the heals completely, and your team is essentially still fighting an advantage 4 on 3, understand? With heals when they don't have heals. And also no speed for that matter for the purpose of this comp. And no Wu Yang, and no wave. And no Wu Yang random splash damage that does 100 damage. While you have 2 supports and 2 DPS. And they can easily fight against 2 DPS in 1 tank. You know, let me tell you, let me tell you a funny story that happened completely off topic. A few days ago, I was walking around my street and I noticed there's like a mouse nearby my house. There's like a mouse. It's not a rat. It was like a mouse. Rats are like gray and they kind of like nasty looking, you know, right? But mice are brown and cute, kind of like they're kind of cute, you know. They're not that scary. They're not that nasty. They kind of have this innocent look at their face, right? I saw it next to my house. It's kind of surprising because I don't see them it's not very common, right? And yeah, so yesterday, So yesterday I was like walking back from somewhere in the middle of the night. I was walking back to my house, and I live in a building. And my building, you have a floor that connects to the parking area, and you have to go up the stairs to go to the lobby, to the main lobby from the parking area. So I was walking from the parking area down up the stairs, like bear in mind it was 1 or 2 a.m. and I was looking at my phone. So then I look up and I'm walking down the stairs, and on top of the stairs, I see the mouse. And the mouse is looking at me, and everything happened so fast. And I was like walking up the stairs, and he looked at me and he saw I was walking towards him, and he panicked and he freaked out. And because he panicked and freaked out, he started running down the stairs. He jumped down the stairs and started flipping on the stairs. He ended up living, by the way. I saw him run away after. But he panicked and just fucking jumped down the stairs and almost died. I thought he would. I thought he was trying to attack me. I thought he was trying to jump on me. He was like jumped, missed me, and went down the stairs and started flipping. Kind of felt bad, you know? Kind of. Not really. What the fuck he's doing over there even in the first place? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have potentially, before the stream is over, let's do one more VOD of you. Is there anybody in here that wanted to get a VOD of you? 5 gifted subs right now for a VOD of you. Awkward could dope by mouse, crazy. Yeah. So again, I say this once again. I know that I just dropped this everywhere, but you know, Rank Up Academy is my service. It's also my main source of income. So if you're interested in like, you know, ranking up and supporting me by that, you can do that. Rankupacademy.gg. You can see what people say about us more recently on my Discord, and more like older testimonials on the website. If you're interested in getting a month-to-month basis coaching and ranking up, rankupacademy.gg. If you're interested in something more private in a larger budget, you can send me a DM on Discord. When did you start Rank Up Academy? About 3 years ago. I wish you got a clip of that. You know, sometimes I wish we could have a third-person recording that is like a third-person recorder that goes above your head, just like films everything. You know how cars have dash cam. I wish we could have that for humans sometimes as well. Cloider, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. I really appreciate it. Black Mirror episode? Yeah, but I think that like you should be able to turn it on when you go into situations where you would think you would need to turn it on. Like, for example, if you're walking down a very, very scary street, you would film the entire thing. Or if you made some sort of deal with someone, you wanted to hold them accountable and know exactly what was being said and done, you could record, you know? Pretty damn useful. And it would also automatically live stream into a cloud that is available to access, given the proper information. So, for example, let's say that you went down some random street that was scary. You put on the camera and somehow you end up being murdered. The police, for example, would have access to the footage of what happened. That would be pretty damn good, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that? You know, that would be pretty good. Okay, guys, the stream for today is over. We've been streaming for 4 hours. We've been streaming every single day since last Saturday, so it's the 7th day in a row. And I'm going to keep this up until some circumstance doesn't allow me to. So again, guys, I wish you a great rest of the day, great rest of the night. Thank you guys for watching me from YouTube and on Twitch, of course. Lovely, lovely people. Thank you for being here, and super productive streams. Really good VOD of you. A lot of knowledge, a lot of free stuff on my YouTube channel. Go subscribe and check it out. And yeah, join my Discord as well. I talked to a lot of people on my Discord, and there's a bunch of things going on there. Follow me on socials. You guys have a lovely rest of the day, lovely rest of the night. Peace. Take care.